Ladies and gentlemen, we just wanted to let you know that if the world comes to an end, it is Sphinx's fault.
I didn't do anything. I don't even know what's happening anymore. I'm here. Here I am, minding my business. And
Minding your
apparently
own business. Not
So what I'm
minding my
hearing
own
is that
necessarily.
business.
Emerald Sanctums say yes to the dress edition is going to kill everybody. Got
Yes, exactly.
it.
So, hi everybody, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. Thank you so much for joining us. This is our Tuesday Night Chronicle, which is a World of Darkness Orphans campaign called Emerald Sanctums. In this game, we play the 20th Anniversary Edition rule set of World of Darkness. And we do that because I wanted to do an Orphans Chronicle, which basically means everyone who is playing in the Chronicle gets to choose pretty much any of the World of Darkness playable races, archetypes, etc., etc. And so that gives us a huge melting pot of different types of characters that really should not interact with each other. If you guys know anything about the World of Darkness, it is very much segregated. Werewolves hate vampires, and well,
Except for this one.
werewolves hate everyone else.
Happy Pride
Vampires
Month.
hate everyone else. The Fae are scared of everyone else, and the mage thinks that everyone else is really cool to dissect. So it gets really weird because of all the way they designed all the worlds. Oh yeah, and the ghosts are just miserable and lonely and can barely interact with the real world, and it's really sad. And they make someone play your dark half and torment you the entire game, so the DM doesn't even have any fun.
Wow.
100%
Hunters are just super squishy.
Uh huh.
Hunters are the super squishy.
Oh, hunters are the super squishy, and really, it's ridiculous because they made hunters, right? And they're supposed to be these people who hunt down supernatural creatures. And what ends up happening every single time is the hunters go up against something supernatural, and half your table dies. And the other half of the table spends months in the hospital and in recovery, and then in therapy, and then you come back for session 2.
Except for our group's hunter because she's got a guard dog.
Yeah.
Our group's hunter went in and found the nuclear option.
Literally.
It's like, I'm gonna go running after supernatural things that could wipe me out with their thumb. I think I'll just set myself in the middle of all of them, make them like me, and then have them protect me from everything outside the circle.
Exactly.
I will just be innocent and defenseless and
Yes, and
be
totally not a
protected.
sniper who wants war crime bullets.
Oh, it's not even her sniper abilities. Diamond sent me a revised stuff on her character, and I delved deep into her character sheet this time, and Bae is no slouch. Like Bae is no
I'm
slouch.
so excited.
She is definitely not gonna be able to like take Pandora out in a physical confrontation, but with preparation, Bae can do some damage.
Yeah.
I'm so proud.
They just hacked into
Oh.
a police force system the other time, so
Yeah.
you know.
I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen with that. You hacked into the police department in Redmond, Washington, which is probably one of the most technologically advanced police stations in the United States, considering it provides security to Microsoft's campus.
But it
You know.
it is nothing, not a challenge during Pride Month for a gay person. So
Bae has proven
Happy
her fantasy
Pride.
mommy ability.
Well, because I rolled, what was it? I think I rolled 7 dice on that, and the first one I got 2 10s, so I
Yeah.
ended up rolling 9 dice on that.
Yeah, it was one of those very explosive successes that means that Bae could just write the next scene. It's like, fucking, what do you want? Just tell me what you want. I don't care. If
An
it can be
entire
found,
episode of CSI.
if it can
Oh,
be found in the files of a local PD, you'll be able to find it. So, we are going to be playing World of Darkness tonight, which, in the case of our little group, doesn't mean that you're going to be watching the next season of True Blood or anything like that. It's more like you're going to be watching the next season of What We Do in the Shadows, mixed in with a little bit of the Munsters. But it's a great time for all, and we have been playing this game. Milagros, how long have we been playing this game?
Let me check when the first note was made. It's over a year and a half. Might be going on 2 years
I
now.
think it's coming up in 2 years, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Come on, buddy.
I
Load.
told you
Work
guys
with
when we
me.
started this whole thing, I don't know how to run short games. That's something I have the hardest. That's something I have the hardest time with. I become attached to my players. I become attached to their characters, and I just don't know when to say, "Okay, we're done."
Until you kill everybody.
Because we're never
Actually,
done.
Yeah, Junk
I
Gun's
have-
going to be a real challenge for me because this is the first one shot I've ever run, and I've only ever run like long form campaigns. And I'm like, oh dear God.
Well, actually, I ran Adventures League from 2014 to 2018, and during that time, because most of those games are all one shots, I kind of
Mhm.
learned the process of doing the three acts and done type thing, So
Yeah,
it helps to do those. If you ever get a chance to run Adventures League locally or something like that, it really helps to do those because it teaches you how to do the 3 acts and done format for a game. But in the meantime,
We don't do that here. And
no
we
cats in America. Oh, sorry.
we're a little over a year and a half. Our first session was October 5th, 2021.
And we've gone from 6 players to 3.
Yep.
And we are. I'm still thinking about whether we want to add another person on. You guys kind of have a group. So I don't know if I want to mess it up.
I mean, like we're open to that, and I think that the place in the story that we're at, it would be, I think, easy in terms of like story to like add another person.
Oh yeah.
If you wanted to, I'm open to that, but also like I just want the game to keep going. It's not allowed to be canceled. I need it. I need it. This is my emotional support. TTRPGs.
Oh no, I'm not. This one is not going anywhere. But I will tell you that the home game that I'm going to start running is Through the Mist. Is going to be another game that is taking place in the Kingdoms of Mist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and that one's going to be running on Saturdays, every other Saturday, and we're going to be looking at that as a possible crossover with you guys eventually. But they're going to be way behind you because I figured in our D&D campaign we have probably about maybe a dozen sessions left. Yeah. Yeah, about a dozen sessions.
wow.
You're coming up on it. Kyrell is the place you're supposed to be to hit to where all the shit's gonna come together.
All right.
I was just going over my notes and looking at where the storyline's progressing and where it's supposed to get to, and yeah, Kyrell's the place where it's all gonna go down. It always has been. Milagros just left.
Oh no.
Oh, Milagros.
Is it gonna be an all good things style episode?
Well, no, I don't. The final episode is going to be the whole, now that everything has final episodes. Well, the final episode is going to be an epilogue and us getting together and talking about the campaign and trying to bring as many people back who played in the campaign as possible. But I think that the big thing is going to be the situation with the wrap up is going to be about is how everyone is going to in character is going to be about how everyone kind of like where they want to see their characters going after this. Because you guys are going to be 17th or 18th level when we finish.
Wow.
That's the problem. That's one of the big problems with 5e, Milagros. Long-term campaigns cannot stay forever in D&D because you max out.
But you're not even letting us max out. We're not even getting to 20.
You're getting so close. Put it this way: once you make it past 17, you're not unlocking anything else. You're just kidding. Unless you're a druid. Druids, I think, are the only class that gets something at level 20.
Druids and monks.
Druids and monks.
Get the what is it? The eternal body, I think.
That's right. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. The eternal. Oh, that's such a clutch one too.
I just won't die. So there.
Literally.
But guess what? You can't kill me, bitch.
Can't
But
kill me
anyway.
of natural causes.
Yeah, and it might, you know me, I get way sidetracked with side quests and stuff like that, so it might take a little longer, but I'm really, I want to see us see the conclusion of that story, because this entire storyline has been the launching of the world Kingdoms of Mist. And then once the storyline is completed, that's when we're going to document the book. And everything you guys have done, everything you've touched upon, is going to be the key source data for everything in the book going forward. And you guys as characters are going to be some of the key NPCs that are going to be in the world left over from this huge thing that happened.
Yeah.
You know how Matt Mercer had the Sundering in his world? Well, this is the comparative situation. Yeah. I mean, a god has been completely dethroned and forced to open their world up to other gods and other supernatural entities. And that's a massive, massive situation to be part of.
That's a massive event, yeah.
Yeah. So, not to mention the god was ripped into 3 pieces and can't come back together. It's going to be a war. But this campaign has also been full of chaos because I love you guys. Don't know how to do anything but chaos, which is wonderful. But,
it's true.
It's a TTRPG, and anyone who has any experience absolutely knows that the only thing you can count on is the levels of chaos that will be coming from playing in an RPG. But tonight we're going to be doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because we have a lot of stuff kind of floating right now in this campaign, with the technocracy possibly influencing local hedge mages, and Bay is getting deeply involved in that, and Emery's is looking at a situation where the Fae have completely disappeared right after they kind of basically declared war on the mages. And Pandora is got, number one, a new friend who seems very squishy.
Yes.
and Pandora has taken a great liking to and seems to be very much of the opinion that they cannot be left to themselves. Because they will more than likely die.
We've seen a lot of dangerous shit. Okay, I'm sure Bay is a badass, but we've seen a lot of dangerous shit. So just in case.
Pandora also has a new mortal enemy in Short Rib.
Yes, Short Rib's got to go.
Spare
Rib. You know what? Who cares what his name is? I don't care.
Who cares what his name is?
I don't care.
Hey, he is the sweetest boy.
Well, there's already a dog in the group, so he can go.
What are you gonna do if we get a guest character and they're also a guru?
Oh, that's fine. We had a cat. We literally had a werecat as like one of our buddies. I'm still very sad about Mark. Yeah. He was great. We had a werecat. It's just no other dogs. No other dogs. No other dogs.
They can't be a dog person.
No.
Oh.
No other werewolves. Absolutely not.
Now I need to introduce an NPC who's a Ragabash werewolf, and all he's gonna do is make fun of Pandora.
Oh no.
During Pride Month.
Huh?
The nerve. During Pride Month.
During Pride Month. Go ahead, Milagro, say it.
The only thing she would be okay with would be like a were-chihuahua or some shit.
A were-chihuahua.
Like, I don't know if anyone has seen Vampires Suck, the parody movie of Twilight.
No.
But it's incredible. You have to watch it. And the joke in that one is that Jacob turns into a tiny chihuahua, but all the werewolves are still normal werewolves, but he's the pack leader, and it's just this chihuahua.
This is angry little dog.
Yeah.
Have you seen the TikToker she talks about like Chicano culture. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah,
And how it's always the shortest uncle has the loudest voice.
100%.
That's kind of what I'm imagining at this point.
Yeah, she would be okay with like a tiny little rat dog. I say that with love. My rat dog is directly behind me, and I would kill for her.
And
but yeah, anything else is gotta go.
Well, when we left off last time, I do believe that Bay had just committed a federal offense.
Yes. I mean, they committed the federal offense, and then we had lunch with Amelia, the leader of the local coven that meets at the Couch and Quill.
Yep.
So, but yes, but Bay committed a lot of crimes in one sitting.
Yeah, she proved her versatility by showing how many crimes she could commit at one sitting in one location, without moving or doing really anything.
Then also try to eat the coffee and drink the bagel.
Yep.
Which she didn't notice doing because she was kind of hyper-focused.
Very lost in the sauce.
Committing grand larceny, you want to make sure you're hyper-focused. Like, just remember that. That's a tip from Bay.
Yeah.
So,
the more you know.
Sphinx, Emery's was there as well, correct? No, not there as well, but he was. What was he doing while Bay was
committing crime?
Huh?
Committing crime.
Committing crime.
Emrys was talking to. Oh no, he had gone through the Professor Pennyworth's Horizon Realm to get Penny.
And you guys went and got Penny. That's right, because you did that while she was having the meeting, and Pandora stayed with with Bay at the Couch and Quill, while Emery's took.
Nope, it was just me.
Yeah, you and Professor Pennyworth went, and Emery's went and rescued his apprentice and adopted daughter, Penny, from the cabin in the mountains that she was teleported to when the entire house teleported into the mountains. And so they went and found her, got her out of there, brought her back, and discovered that her teacher of mind magic may be a former member of MI6. So
we also learned that the house was very lonely and was hurt that everyone had left. Yeah.
And allergic to everything.
Allergic to just about every damn thing.
And
the house gave Emrys basically a sending stone from the sound of it to communicate with. And we were just getting back to the Couch and Quill as Amelia was leaving, and made the note about possibly setting up a meeting with his Tati.
Because you were talking about giving the hedge mages an actual representation on the council, which has never happened before.
Bay just wants to give them clout.
Yep.
With the council, and maybe then people won't go side with the technocracy.
So you guys, Emery's, you are coming back to the Couch and after having with Penny in tow. You guys are walking up to the front, or actually you'd already gotten back. So
we gotten back.
What was
Amelia had already left.
Yes, you had seen each other as you're walking by each other. So I'm assuming you're gonna go see what Bay's been up to at this point.
I'm gonna call Tati first, actually, while
Got
it's
it.
fresh in Emrys's mind. I feel like that's what Emrys would do. He's gonna call Tati and try and set that up.
Excellent. So, by the way, Sphinx, who are you playing tonight? We didn't tell anybody.
Oh, that's right. Hi, I'm Sphinx Akasha, aka Circle the on the TikToks. Sphinx Akasha, just about everywhere else. I will be playing our Order of Hermes mage, our universe's Merlin, and the host of the magical dragon Kilgara. I am Emrys Malik Grant, wizard extraordinaire. Hi, how's it going? I also own the Couch and Quill, which is a bookshop and kind of tea room where a lot of this is taking place. So, hi.
And possibly a center of magical awareness with
Yeah. It's a good time.
Milagros. Who are you playing tonight?
Hello, I am playing Pandora Sideris, our Black Fury werewolf, and Walking Death Machine. Still waiting on Visceral Agony. I'm gonna get it.
Do it.
And then it's over for you, hoes. I mean, it already is, but you know. And also Guard Dog of Bay, the only guard dog, and also group's emotional support dog. And also a gay werewolf who's dating a vampire. And anybody who has anything to say about that can take it up with my Razor Claws, True Fear, Heart Claw, and Rend abilities. So yeah.
Not to mention the fact that she can literally throw a school. But and Diamond, who are you going to be playing this?
I'm Madness Diamond, but you can call me Diamond, and I will be playing Bay, the human hunter of the Martyr Creed. Bay is very squishy, but very much attempting to be prepared for the worst. They have endeared themselves to supernatural beings so far and have not died yet. Not dead yet.
You haven't really come close, but the threat's been.
I think Rose got real close.
Yep.
Rose got real close.
And the house almost killed
you. Yes. It's just the Fae.
It's just the Fae.
Just the Fae.
Because you keep on calling them the Barbies or something like that.
But luckily for Bay, the Fae are all missing. So
yeah, now the Fae are all missing. That threat has been eliminated.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And
allegedly.
I am Ray, also known as Tag Show, and you can find all of Dinner and a Game's links in our link tree, along with these other amazing creators. Remember, the biggest serotonin boost any creator can get is to get a follow, because that's just an acknowledgement that you like the content that we're creating for your enjoyment and ours, and we really appreciate it much. One quick thing that I want to go over real fast: we have rejoined the affiliate program, and I want to say that the biggest issues that we found with trying to run this, run any type of support or sponsorship on the actual Patreon page is the fact that it's very hard to get people to go somewhere else and click links and things. So the simple fact that being on Twitch limits us to only one form of media is, oh my gosh, my cats are fighting again. But the simple fact that being on Twitch limits us to only one stream for the media is, it's not too super bad for us because we don't have a massive media following anywhere else except for on Facebook. And we didn't have, I was watching the Facebook numbers very closely, and we didn't average more than 2 or 3 viewers at a time on Facebook. So we're just going to stick with Twitch for now, and maybe if we can bring something up, we can go ahead and have some other things happen. But we're still keeping the Patreon up, and if we do get 4 followers at our $15 sponsorship level, we will be running one-shots for those people once a month for them. And if we have more than 4 or 5 and we need to do more tables, we will. And so just let us know if you guys want, if we're joined up. We will have tags, special tags in our Discord, and we will know who you're there. But just send us DMs and everything like that, and we will make sure that we get those one-shot scheduled as soon as we get enough people up for that. Also, one thing that we can let you do to help sponsor the show and get you some amazing coffee is we are sponsored by Many Worlds Taverns, and if you use the link in chat and the code Dinner and a Game at checkout, you'll get 10% off your entire order. And I think that Sphinx and I can both testify that their products are absolutely legit. Their teas are amazing, their coffees are incredible, and we love them all. And Mila's baby kitty keeps kicking the shit out of the big boy. Got it. But we're going to be moving, doing more to do that. And also, we're going to be at Gen Con, but we're not going to be there in official capacity. We're not running any events. We're just going to go on a vacation and go to Gen Con. So, if you guys see us there, we're going to be at several of the meetups at Gen Con, and we're going to be attending every single ADH Adventures event. So we're going to be catcalling Sphinx from the audience.
It'll be nice to do it in real life for once instead of just Thursday night.
Yay! You will see me blush in real life. It'll be great.
It will be great. All right, so sorry about interrupting you guys, but excuse me. So you're gonna call Tati.
Mm-hmm.
Did Tati go home?
Yeah, I believe she did. Yeah. Give me. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. You guys do something else real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. So, Pandora.
Yes.
You have been kind of. At first, you're acting as the heavy, but when it became very apparent that Bay and this other person were not going to have any real conflicts, what would Pandora have done during that entire time where Bay was staring blankly at a computer screen?
So Pandora was like kind of monitoring the rest of the Couch and Quill, like, you know, kind of keeping an eye on the people who were there. If there were, you know, regulars present, that's fine. If there's anybody new or anybody unusual, because the Iron Cross incident definitely put her on edge. And recently having like a warden there as well, like everybody knows about Emrys, everybody knows about his deal here, and if there's some, you know, sketchy shit happening that isn't necessarily under his control, I love you so much, ma'am, but I'm talking. It's he's not responsible for every single individual person who goes in and out or what they do, but this is his place. And so she's just kind of making sure that like no one's doing anything else that might cause him issues. And if she does happen to notice anything kind of like unusual, is not necessarily going to like teleport behind them or something, but like definitely going to, you know, take note of it and remember it for later.
The whole thing of like trying to memorize their appearance, trying to memorize their scent.
Yep.
Doing the whole sniffing them, sniffing their hair very creepily while you stand too close.
You know,
to them.
like and like what are they doing? You know, like
yep.
what's their deal? No one gets near her chair, I hope.
Oh well, you mainly spend time sitting in her chair. So the big thing you get from this after just kind of wandering around the shop for a bit and then spending some time just wandering the people is, number one, a lot of regulars.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of regulars in the shop, as always. The few faces you don't recognize seem to be on what Penny has called the tourists, which are people who come into the shop because they heard that it's a magic shop, and they come into the shop and they browsing different stuff, and they're like always showing each other things that you know are not contemporary pieces of literature, you know. And they're always, you know, there's always a few of those in the shop every evening. But the big thing you notice is that tonight seems subdued. Everyone's very much quieter than normal because there's usually like a slow buzz of conversation. There's not as many people having those discussions, and there is there's more single individuals than small groups or, you know, pairs, duos. So it's a lot of individual people coming in and basically looking around and trying to shop, and they seem to be much more of a situation of, I'm here to pick something up and I'm leaving.
Yeah, not like groups meeting or people kind of gathering. Okay.
And there was nothing booked in the upstairs tonight for any of the individual
I was going to
rooms.
ask about the upstairs,
Yeah. The upstairs in the Couch and Quill, there's one large meeting room and 3 smaller rooms that allow for people to rent those out to have, you know, private meetings or, you know, public lectures and stuff like that. Book readings are often done up there and stuff. So it's one of those situations where the upstairs was converted into a actual place that the shop can actually have guests come in, and or larger or smaller groups have their personal meetings there. In fact, this is the Couch and Quill. It is a kind of it's a large Victorianish styled manor that Emery's had converted into a actual bookshop. The downstairs, the kitchen, and the area to the right in the dining room and the staircase over there, and the billiard room, all that is the coffee shop. So there's the coffee shop dining area, the kitchen area is where they make the goods, and then the billiard room has been converted into seating areas. Each one of the other large rooms, the dining room, the sunroom, the living room, are all different areas in the bookshop itself. There is a set of staircases going down right off of where the actual kitchen is, and those go down into Emery's quarters, and then there's a spiral staircase in the grand ball staircase in the center of the house that goes up to the second floor, which has even more private chambers up there. Some of them are used for storage, but a lot of them are used for the private meetings. So you can see that there's like one really big room, two smaller rooms, one medium-sized room, and then there's Emery's office, which is a sitting room, fireplace. So that's pretty much the layout of the situation. It's in Seattle. It's what neighborhood was it again, Sphinx? I'm trying to remember. White something or let me look it up again.
You also said that the Couch and Quill feels different to Malevorous last time.
Yeah, things aren't as bright. Things aren't as vibrant because the Fae are gone.
Yeah, because Pandora was able to like sense that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just so fucking cool.
Yeah, when Pandora's done like kind of doing a couple of sweeps, she is gonna sit in her chair and be kind of sad because like Mark is gone and Rose is gone and Vera's in Spain and now the Couch and Quill feels different and they're in danger again and she's just like, man.
Yeah, there was definitely something that was added to the Couch and Quill with having all the Fae constantly coming and going. And now it seems like I said, there's just a lack of that extra, almost otherworldliness about it, and so it's been kind of an adjustment to feel the Couch and Quill like this. So
Wallingford's the name of the neighborhood.
Yeah, I was about to say that because I just found it too. Because it was right, Wallingford. It's
Wallingford.
Just it's directly west of the University District.
Okay.
So you guys are Pandora, but after you spend some time kind of walking around, it kind of leaves you feeling a little depressed and almost nostalgic because there's just there's no way to get around the fact that a large part of your little community gone. So kind of come out of the whole situation feeling a bit melancholy. So
yeah, she's probably gonna pick a book but not really be paying that much attention to it.
Wasn't the book like the Butch Lesbians of History?
Oh yeah, it's the essential dykes to watch out for, which I have behind me on my bookshelf.
Yeah.
So you're sitting there and you're kind of flipping. You're reading the book, but you're doing that whole. You've read the same page 4 times, and you just it's just not sticking tonight. And you're staring out, and your chair is positioned to where you can see the dining area where Bay is sitting, but you're still kind of basically just about across the shop from them. So yeah, as you're sitting there, you're kind of like thumbing through the book, and you're keeping out of the corner of your eye, you're watching Bay. A corner of your other eye, you're watching everything else in the shop, and so you really don't even have the attention to focus on the book right now. And as you're doing all that, you're suddenly very much feel like someone looking at you.
She's gonna do another little like scan.
Give me a wits and alertness roll.
I have 1 wits.
What's your alertness?
2.
How do you have 1 wit?
I maxed out strength, athletics, brawl, primal urge, intimidation, and that's it.
I want it to be known that whenever I came into season 2, I had to spend 123 XP to catch up to everybody.
What's the DC?
7.
Oh shit, I got 3 successes. I've got my brain cells today.
I brought my brain cells today. Oh.
Yeah, no, I maxed out. The next thing I'm gonna max out is stamina, but like I'm not like wits now.
Pandora has been destined to play a role, and she's staying there.
Yes.
So you got 3 successes though.
Yeah, I got a 9,
You
a
gotta
9 and
reward
an
that
8.
shit. So you're sitting there, and you just like you look up from the book, and you're kind of like you get that whole feeling someone's watching you. So you do that thing where you're holding your head up and you're looking over to where Bay is, but you're doing that thing where you're letting your eyes slide to the left. And as you're looking around, you briefly make eye contact with a pair of eyes that are peering through the bookshelves over they're looking through the gap in the books at the top of the books at you, and because you're sitting in a chair, well, no, you're still like 6 feet tall in a chair.
Yeah.
Brick shit house.
But you're sitting in a chair, and you meet this person's eyes, and they're like staring at you very intently. But the moment you make eye contact with them, their eyes break away, and like they turn and they walk off.
Do they like leave the shelves and I can see what they look like?
No. They're on the other side. They're the other side of the shelves from you. Like your chair's in this row.
Yeah, no, I understand
Yeah.
that, but do they like walk to an open area where I can
Nope.
see them? No. Cool. I'm getting up.
Okay.
I'm getting up.
What are you
going? I'm going over there.
So you walk around to the end of the shelves. You come around the other end. When you come down the aisle, there's several people in the aisle. You only really got a good look at their eyes, and they're kind of like from the nose up type of facial features. They had dark hair, kind of very thick eyebrows. They had very, very, very golden brown eyes. Yeah, and their eyes, their pupils of their eyes, they looked odd.
Sorry, she's being bad.
That's okay.
No,
I
she's
love you.
helping.
Ichigo. So you basically sit there and but you don't see anyone. You see a couple of people there. There's one gentleman who's one of the regulars. He's a hedge mage. He's older, like almost in his 60s. He's balding. There's a young woman there who you really haven't seen before. But she is like blonde, curly hair, doesn't match what you saw. Now the bookshelves go down, and then there's another set of bookshelves against the back wall, and then so he could have gone down and around the corner onto the next row.
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
He didn't turn and come up the row you were sitting on. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking.
All right. So you're sitting there and you're darting around. You're looking. You go down all the aisles. You're looking in the entire shop.
Oh no! Is that ghost chick back?
The Banshee?
I mean, that was nothing like her original description, so she changed out some stuff if that's the case. I'm gonna go upstairs and see if maybe he went upstairs.
Okay. So you go walking upstairs. There's nothing booked upstairs. This is a very rare night. All the rooms are empty.
Yeah. Don't
So
like that.
are you you just like start opening the doors and looking at each one of the rooms and everything like that? Because if the rooms are empty, the chairs should be stacked up to the side and everything like that, and the rooms are cleared out.
Yep.
So you open the first couple of doors and turn on the lights, and there's nothing in there. The big room that actually has a closet on it, you go check the closet too, I assume.
Yep.
Yep. So you go through those and no one's in there. Make me another perception and alertness.
I have so much perception. Yay. Woo!
I would
What's
like
the
to
DC again? What's the DC again?
Oh, 7. What'd you say, Sphinx?
while Milagros is rolling, I'd like to apologize for having to leave. Apparently, Raziel decided it was a great idea to go into the bathroom, to fall feet first into the toilet, and then immediately walk into the litter box. So I am currently picking clumps of kitty litter out of
committing crimes.
Goodness.
Committing crimes.
And that's a floofy boy too.
Yeah. I'm trying to get one of my friends to tune in because he loves cats. He has like 5 cats. And I was like, the Sphinx's new kitty is playing with his dreads. It's so cute. And he's not friggin' answering me. So I'm just going to keep spamming him on Discord. Anyway, I got 5 successes.
Jesus. So
one of them is a 10.
As you go into the big room
go, buddy.
with the closet in it, and you walk, and you kind of have to go in the door and to the right and down to the closet, and then you had to come back to the door. So as you're going to the closet, you hear feet running towards the staircase in the hallway.
Running.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get tackled down the fucking stairs.
So do you come running out of the room?
Yes.
All right. Make me a dexterity and athletics roll.
I'm so glad because I have both of those maxed out.
Oh my god.
Let's see.
And you're just in human form.
Yep, this is just in human form.
Oh my god, is it 10 dice?
Yep.
The only time they have seen you in full wolfed out form is the time they got fucking traumatized.
Yeah. Well, mortals don't have the ability to look at a Krenos werewolf and not freak out.
No.
What is the DC?
7.
Okay, then I have 4 successes.
Okay. So you come out into the hallway, and you literally just step in front of what looks to be about a 14-year-old girl. She has olive-complected skin, short-ish brown hair. She's wearing a t-shirt that has a big yellow smiley face with a bullet hole in the center and a little bit of blood trickling down.
Watchmen, right?
Well, that's from the Watchmen, yeah.
Well, yeah, that's like.
And she's wearing like a windbreaker over it, and she's got on like some just like Dockers on her, and tennis shoes, and she has a backpack over her shoulder. And as you come in front of her, she like comes to a stop right before she crashes into you, and she looks at you, and she kind of squeaks, almost like in fright. And she looks at you and says, "I'm sorry."
Sorry. You okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you need help with something?
No, I can just go.
Oh my god. Oh, all right. I suck at this. Sorry, kid. I didn't know what your deal was. I was just watching out for one of my friends, making sure she was okay. Have I? This is a question for you, Ray. Have I seen her before? No, right?
Nope.
She's new. Okay.
She kind of like, and she says, Kind of looks around the hallway. She's looking upstairs. You're between her and the staircase.
Yeah.
And she kind of looks around, and she kind of looks at you, and she's like, "I go."
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm gonna step aside.
So she kind of like she literally seems to press herself against the wall
Oh
to
my
go by
god.
you, and
You did this to yourself.
make me another perception and alertness roll.
We another handful.
Another handful.
6 or 7.
6, 7, 7.
Okay, then I have 3 successes. I have a 9.
But because you
Yep.
still take up a lot of the hallway. As they're moving by you, but they're very close to you, you know, you get this very familiar scent from them. It's not exact, but it's very familiar. And right as they hit the top of the staircase, you realize who it reminds you of. They smell like Mark. She's headed down the stairs.
I'm gonna stare after her for a second and then like give her ample time to kind of walk down the stairs out of me, but also start going down the stairs because I kind of want to keep an eye on her now.
So you come downstairs, trailing behind them, giving them obvious, and I'm assuming you're kind of doing it obvious to give them, like, let them feel more confident that you're not like trying to push them out the door or anything.
Yeah, like once we're downstairs, I'm gonna kind of turn to go back in the direction of the chair so that she doesn't feel like I'm following her.
Right. So as you do that, she like comes down the stairs, and remember these stairs kind of empty out into the same area of the base sitting dining area. And so she comes down the stairs and she immediately starts walking towards the front door.
I'm gonna take Bay sitting there as an excuse to like go over and just like sit by Bay, but clearly preoccupied.
So you run over, you sit down by Bay. She goes out the door. You can see through the windows that she kind of like, she doesn't go down the sidewalk. There's a bunch of hedges planted in front of the house, and she cuts right directly on the hedges, and then she maybe gets like 4 or 5 steps, and then it looks like she just ducks down.
Can I no longer see her?
Nope. Duck down behind hedges.
I'm gonna go outside.
Go outside.
Yep.
What are you doing when you get outside?
I'm gonna take my phone out and pretend to be taking a call.
Okay.
And be kind of like wandering in the direction of like the hedges in the yard.
Okay. Well, the hedges are like right there to the right of the door and to the left of the door. They're kind of like just decorative in front of the house.
Oh, okay.
But they're below the level of the windows, you know? So the hedges are only like 3 feet tall. So she literally, when I say duck down, she ducked down.
Okay.
So she should have been like crawling when you came out the door. But when you come out of the door, there's no one there.
Is there a cat?
Make me a perception alert.
Let's fucking go, baby.
This time the difficulty is a 9.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Cripwalker.
Oh. My runaway got a 10. Okay.
Runaway got a 10.
Yes. Okay. 3 successes.
All right.
2 9s and a 10.
Just barely see the gray tail of what is probably a very large house cat disappear into the hedges at the corner of the house.
Can I take a picture of the cat?
There's not a whole cat. It's just a tail. You had your phone out, so I'll let you snap a shot. But
Okay, I'll snap a
you
shot
can
of at
make
least the
me
tail.
a dexterity and
Would it be technology?
I have
yeah.
computer.
I'll let you use computer.
Okay. Oh
Because
my god,
a
mine
lot of
on
the
fire.
skills between the different games are very, very different.
I'm on fucking
I
fire.
have larceny. Which
I have
is
a larceny. I got a 10 and a 9. I'm on fucking fire.
Gotcha. So you snap a picture, and you get a very clear picture of a cat's butt and tail as it's darting into the hedges, and you can see it's kind of cutting through the hedges around the corner of the house. Now what?
I'm gonna go back inside.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go back to the chair and see. Actually, no. I'm gonna go back to the chair, but I'm going to text Emrys a picture the picture that I got of the tail, and ask him if he has seen this cat before, or a cat of this color.
Emery's get a text message.
As I am like getting my phone out to call Tati, text message. Have I in fact seen that cat before?
Make me a what mental skill would you think is memory? Intelligence?
Probably.
Yeah, give me just a straight intelligence roll. Difficulty is a
Okay.
7.
Okay. 3 successes.
Let's go!
3 successes, got it. So you know that there is a very large gray cat that has taken up residence in and around the neighborhood, and it does seem to spend a lot of time around the couch and quill. It doesn't really seem to have anyone that it's bonded to in the store, and so everyone's give the cats respect. You let them do their thing. They're cats, and it doesn't do anything it should like using the bathroom in the doorway of the couch and quill or anything like that. So it hasn't been presenting any problems, and it doesn't look malnourished, and it doesn't look like it's suffering or anything like that. It seems quite content to live outside. But you do know that you have seen it a number of times, sitting like on the ledge of the window, on behind where the window meets the hedge. So it's on the inside of the hedge against the building, but it's sitting on the ledge of the window, like giving itself a bath and looking in the couch and quill. And it's always struck you odd because it looks around the building all the time, and it's like it's watching all the people inside. But it's also giving itself a bath, and it's a cat. So
it's a cat.
Yeah.
So I will text back. It's a neighborhood cat. What am I supposed to be looking at here?
Pandora's gonna text back. Actually, it's a teenage girl. I think.
Get the text. So what you're telling me is that there's another Bastet in the neighborhood.
Yes.
Send.
Yeah, she's gonna send back yes.
Okay. ...
Pandora's gonna text also, I think I scared her away.
Was she in the store?
She was in the store and staring at me, so I went after her and found out that she was a kid.
Okay. Well, don't really know what to do about that right now. If you see her again, invite her in. cookies, milk, warm blanket, and like all of those with question marks.
Yeah.
Warm blanket? Question mark? Question mark?
Question mark, and then like shrug emoji.
Pandora's gonna send back a thumbs up and say, "Will do. Sorry."
Sorry.
No worries. It's. I mean, it's. I've come to expect the weird here.
Oh.
She's gonna text back. I hope she comes back.
So do I. Hopefully, she does not bring trouble with her. But knowing our luck, it's possible.
Pandora's gonna like that message.
All right. So by this time, Bay has finished up with her hacking. And Emery's has returned back. By the way, you were getting these text messages literally as you were driving up. Penny would be driving then, because we don't do anything dangerous like text and drive.
No, we do not. Penny will drive.
Penny hates driving.
I promise her her favorite food.
So you guys are walking in. You see Pandora sitting over by Bay now. Bay seems to be intently doing something on her laptop. Pandora, you do see you see Emery's walk in though, and Bay is still she's still eyes deep in the neon.
As soon as Emery steps in, Pandora's gonna go and give him a big hug.
Oh, hi.
Penny's like, "Oh, sure, he gets trapped in the mountains for
She's gonna
depressed house."
She's gonna look at Penny and be like, "All right, you're next," and Penny's getting picked up into a hug.
Penny's sitting there in your arms. It's like, this is better. So,
this is what you wanted,
right? I'm gonna put Penny down after like a little bit too long of a hug.
Yep. Penny's all like, you know what? Fast and the Furious. It's all about family.
I never understood those movies, but sure, yeah, it is.
What's to understand? It's hot people in hot cars.
It's the hot cars part.
I don't know anything about cars, but
neither do I.
People are.
Yes, they are. Shell
So-
Rodriguez could get it.
So she's like, what's they doing? Her eyes are literally glazed over.
Oh, I
That's a good
can't.
question.
I can't read that stuff. It's something important.
And he's like,
Should we
I've been
interrupt?
trapped in the mountains for like a day. I want to know what's going on. Walking over to Bay and plops down there.
Well, I didn't say Bay was committing crimes.
So, my instructor in mind magic is apparently capable of war crimes, and he can make all those bullets you.
Did Bay hear this? Or am I too deep in the sauce?
How deep in the sauce is Bay?
How
Roll,
deep in the sauce am I?
Give me
Roll
a
roll for the sauce.
roll for the sauce.
Roll for the sauce.
Give me a wits and alertness roll. Actually, that's a good idea. And the difficulty is she's sat down right beside you, so the difficulty is a 7.
It's 7 dice for this roll.
Jesus.
This is my cup of tea. Difficulties of 7,
Yes.
2 successes.
Ouch.
This is my cup of tea.
Deep in the sauce.
Deep
So
in the
but you do notice her sit down. You hear her say words, and it takes a couple of seconds for them to click in, and then you realize she's talking about all those special bullets you wanted.
Bay, I imagine Bay is like, there's a bagel that's like half in the mouth,
Yep.
And upon hearing this, it like just drops into their lap. They're kind of shocked.
Yeah, Penny's like, "What? You didn't think I'd deliver?"
I didn't think you'd be allowed to deliver. I thought you said that would cause like a war, and that would make
Well,
me a
I'm pretty
target.
sure. I'm pretty sure he only uses them in natural places, like where we went. But I'm sure I could talk him out. Cause?
Would that good cause be disrupting some techie bro bullshit?
Absolutely. There's no better cause than disrupting techie bro.
Maybe don't tell him it's for me. I don't think your professor likes me.
I've learned that the older people get, the less they like ideas that rock them.
Oh no, I almost tried to steal his brain AI of his
Oh
ex-wife.
yeah, that's right. You really pissed him off.
Yeah.
Don't they have the brick? Who has the brick?
The Nokia.
This is your conscience.
This is your conscience.
Who has the brick?
Oh, Emery's has the brick.
Didn't we
actually.
Yeah, Emery's has the brick. So yeah, Emery's will walk up to
I
Bay.
think we did give
Hey,
it to her last game. We'll do it again.
We'll do it again.
Hey, yeah, we'll just rehash.
Speaking of the house, Holly had this for you, and
Bay's just like flipping over this Nokia. It's not turned on, right?
Mm.
It's just like, I haven't seen one of these since Radio Shack was still a thing.
right, yeah, that was my thought too.
Did you get a charger for it? I don't think they make chargers for these things anymore.
I don't know that they make chargers for them anymore. I don't know that you'll need one. It's a manifestation of a concept. Holly said that you'd be able to communicate with her with it.
It will hold down the power button.
It comes on.
And it's playing Snake, correct? Oh, I think I remember how this goes. And Bay is going to attempt to play Snake.
Make me an intelligence and habit or technology, anything similar.
Okay.
Difficulty's a 7.
Two successes with a 10. I re-rolled 10s, correct? That's 3 successes.
You have reroll 10s if you have 4 in the skill.
Okay.
4 dots.
Yeah, I have 4 in the...
Or 4 dots in the attribute.
Oh, wait, no. Then I don't re-roll the 10, so just 2 successes.
Okay. 2 successes? Alright. So you basically are sitting... Get it on, you start playing it. It was pretty far along in Snake, and by the time you figure out the controls, you're pretty much in a dead end. So the snake ends up eating its own tail, and the game ends. And when the game ends, the phone lights up completely, and there is a message on the screen that just simply says, "Hello, Bay."
Spends 5 minutes texting out hello? Question mark.
I remember
With a T9 keyboard.
Yep. I had to hit 4 times to get a B. Fuck.
Fuck, went too far.
God damn it! I had a backspace. All right, so anyway, and you get a message immediately comes back and says, "This is a secure connection. Feel free to reach out to me anytime you need anything. Sorry about phone. It was the latest when I was woken, so it's all I really have access to."
Spends another 5 fucking minutes texting. It's okay.
Oh, and in the middle of your texting, it says, "Oh, and you can call."
Holmes puts it on speaker. Waits.
It rings twice, and then you hear, hi.
Hello? Can everybody else hear this?
If it's on speaker, they can.
Holly?
Hey,
Holy
Oh,
fuck.
wow.
You are on the phone.
I am the phone.
You are the phone. How did this, looking at Emrys, how can your lizard do this too?
And
I
you,
mean,
and Holly
through-
goes, matter, prime, spirit, a little forces, and yes.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
very
Kilgara
complicated.
usually speaks through me if he has to speak to everyone. But yes, in a fashion.
You want me to make
We
a
have-
phone for the dragon? I don't know if he'd let me tie into his essence like that, but
I
Try.
don't think he. I'll tap Kilgara. Do you have thoughts on this? Surely.
you Kilgara's voice comes up to you, and he's like, you hear him just like a low grumble, and he says, "If you think I would let myself be tied anything other than yourself on this plane of really need to concept."
Wow.
Well, I just wanted to be sure. I had a feeling that you would not approve, but I didn't want to assume.
Very
well,
no. Thank you.
while that's being decided over, in May's other hand, they are on their normal smartphone, on Amazon, looking at Squishmallow phone cases and showing it to Penny. Like, do you think Kilgara would like that phone case?
Penny's like, it needs more pink and more glitter.
Scrolling more through.
Like, she pulls out her phone and she starts shopping on Amazon.
Kilgara says no, essentially.
Okay, so Holly's cooler than Kilgara.
What
Noted.
about those Build-A-Bears where you can put a little voice box in it that it like presses? We could take a Squishmallow and give him a voice box.
I am the
On
builder.
the phone, you hear Holly go, "A Teddy Ruxpin?"
Johnny knows what a Teddy Ruxpin is.
A what?
It's a creepy bear that, like, whenever the batteries die, it starts screaming.
It's not creepy. It's basically a robot.
So
No,
it's
not
like
even really a robot bear, but it's a
So
bear
like a
that's
Furby
mechanical.
robot.
And you put cassette tapes in it, and the cassette tapes get read by the bear. So like
Ollie says,
so
"I have
usually
a
it's just like
I have a distinct memory of being at a party in college and putting Black Sabbath tapes in a Teddy Ruxpin."
and the Teddy Ruxpin's mouth will move along to the music.
Oh,
It
it moves.
creates.
Oh no! Fuck that! No. No, I
Yeah,
was
don't
okay
repeat
until you
those.
said. I was okay until you said that fucking Five Nights at Freddy's shit. Nope.
Out of character, my daughter is the exact same way. She does not trust any of that shit.
No,
And she hadn't even been exposed to Five Nights at Freddy's yet. She just
No.
naturally had a de-inclination for any like
No.
animatronic.
No, it's not. Listen, if it's just like a thingy with like a little voice box in it, like okay. But if it's moving like that, absolutely
Yeah.
fucking not.
It's like a Furby. It just has a
But
little,
worse.
and then the eyes that open and close and look around.
Yeah.
No.
That's just uncanny valley shit. I hate that.
And
I
then,
don't like
and then back
Furbies
in
either.
character. Back in character. Well, the alternative to that would be a Casey,
What?
which is it's a different robot toy, but
Right.
it actually looks like a robot. The face is an LED screen that
Oh.
has that does the mouth moving and the eye blinking and stuff.
That's
What about-
less terrifying.
What
Yeah.
about the dog from Doctor Who? The canine guy.
Name was
K9.
K9.
Yeah, canine. Like,
Like,
we could just
just
put
canine.
Kilgara in a canine.
K9 does not want to be attached to anything that's not me.
Oh.
Call
This-
me Kane.
So,
No, I did not call you K9.
Holly,
Literally
do
just
these
said
like spiritual
canine.
things have attachment issues?
Oh, sorry. I meant to say Kilgara. That was I apologize. That was not my intent. We were talking about K9.
Is he
Your
gonna
name
put
starts with
Emrys
a
in
K.
timeout?
I'm
Is
sorry.
Kilgara gonna put him in timeout?
Oh no.
I don't think I like this.
Holly, do other wizard entities become jealous of each other? I sense some kind of like discourse going on. And
I don't know. I mean, I've only met other. I haven't really met an. I'm frankly, I'm kind of like an ant when compared to dragon.
Did you hear that, Kilgara? She speaks very highly of you.
Kilgara says, and Holly's like, anyway, Faye,
mm-hmm.
if you need anything, or if you want to discuss what we talked about, call me here at any time.
Okay.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
You want to break me? That's okay.
And if you ever get to and you more advanced tech I could adapt, then I could make current.
Okay. You should probably talk to your guy and make him not hate me for almost taking you with me.
I don't think.
Savage.
Oh, it's not that. I would definitely want to try and talk him out set with you, but then he'd know talking to you.
Oh. Yeah, that might. Yeah. I gotcha. Okay. Well, I appreciate this. This is nice. It's nice being able to hear from you, knowing that you're still around, and that you're still conscious.
As long as this Horizon realm exists, I will be.
Oh, crap. Now I gotta be invested in Homeboy's health and safety. It's like when you break up with somebody.
I think he's taking pretty good care of that with the war crime bullets.
Well, it's like whenever you break up with somebody, but you get attached to their pets.
Like the dangle noodle have on your hand.
Noodle. Cats are liquid, man. It's so
really
weird.
Must be very sleepy because he's just allowing that.
He's just dangling.
So anyway, Holly says, I want, and the other thing I wanted to make sure that you know is that if you're ever in a situation where things are very bad, absolutely have no other way out. If you phone and you just dial 911, I can pull you across.
Pull me across where?
Here, where I am.
So then I'll be stuck in the Professor's Horizon realm with you?
But out of danger.
But out of danger. But then he'll know that something happened if I'm in his Horizon realm.
Then we will have to have a discussion.
Or he might just kill me there, and no one will ever hear from me again.
If he wanted to know exactly when you arrived in the Horizon realm, he should charge us.
Good point. Good point. I will definitely keep that in mind. And now everybody here knows that if I am in danger and I go missing, that you should probably check with Professor What's-His-Nuts first.
I'm assuming that you trusted these people enough to put me on speakerphone, so.
Oh yeah, they're fine.
I was just about to say, let's hope that you're not put in so much danger that you have to teleport. I mean, whatever it is, I could probably tear it to pieces. Let's hope.
True. She's very strong.
Very strong.
I'll probably drop a house on it, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's true. I should try that. I should test that at the junkyard.
Dropping a house on someone? or
Yeah.
something.
I can throw trailers now, trucks.
So you can throw tiny homes.
I could. Let's hope Bay is never in a situation where I can't just,
throw a tiny home at something.
yeah, just rip them in half. Hopefully they have a heart, because in that case they're fucked.
We've got to talk more about these new abilities of yours. I'm very curious.
And he's like, I thought she was aggressive before this, but now this is on a whole nother level.
I mean, the world's almost ended. I can't. If you guys are in danger, it's got to fucking go. Whatever it is, it's got to
But the
go.
world's in therapy now. Everything's good.
So
Yeah,
the
but
world
now
might be in therapy, but the people on the world may not be.
But he's like, most of them should be.
I mean,
And the ones who aren't are probably such a small number, they're providing the therapy to the others.
yeah.
That's a yeah.
But I mean, it's a nice offer. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad that you have that in your. I was gonna say back pocket, but like the brick is gonna have to go somewhere else.
Not gonna fit in your back pocket.
I'm gonna have to buy a whole new pocket holster for this.
That'll be fun.
Holly,
you get a whole toolkit.
Holly sounds almost sheepish. She says, I told you technology I had access.
No, it's fine because this can also double as a weapon because these things are fucking bulletproof. So I can knock you out with this.
I don't know how
to.
true that is, but that's a really big battery in there.
Exactly.
Start bludgeoning people with it,
If you could, I need to let you go in a bit, but if you could send me anything you know about the technocracy, that would be great. Even if it's dated information, any information is good information.
What exactly do you?
Anything, I guess. Mostly things about them trying to establish interpersonal connections outside of their own members would be really helpful.
I will pull up what files I have available. I should be able to make a connection with your laptop. You had it with you when you came here. And I should be able to access it to deposit the data there.
If it helps, I have Internet Explorer on it. I feel like that was probably a thing you'd be familiar with way back when.
Okay.
Just much faster nowadays, and it doesn't make a godforsaken noise.
Yeah, well, I'm browsing with Netscape, so I don't know.
Oh, Ernest visibly deflates.
Oh my god, he's having flashbacks.
Well, it's wonderful talking to you, Holly. Send me an email and we can keep this going. It's great hearing from you, and I appreciate having the get out of jail free card in my back pocket.
Just do your best to understand what it means after you.
I am trying. I will try my best and weigh all of the options beforehand, because that professor's kind of terrifying when he's mad. I won't lie.
Because that is understandable. All right. Be careful.
You too, Holly.
And it disconnects.
Smart House gave me a Nokia phone. Smart House gave me a Nokia phone.
A brick.
A brick.
I mean, hell of a smart house.
Right?
I don't know many smart houses that can do that.
The house just admitted to being able to utilize spheres.
Yeah. That can also utilize spheres of magic. So that's kind of huge. That's a big deal. Yeah, inanimate objects typically don't tend to have control over spheres of magic.
But Holly's like a brain copy of another wizard, mage person.
Yes, but also Holly was not sentient before you.
Oh. So, is it just the sentience lets you control?
Yeah, that you have to have some prescient sense, some sapient sentience in order to control magic, at least intentionally. It's kind of a big deal for a house to A, have sentience, and B, have sentience and be able to control magic. It's kind of huge. It's kind of huge.
So everyone's Horizon Realm doesn't do that.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure.
Special.
I'm pretty sure it has something to do with you. She said that you had a discussion in the Horizon Realm. Sounds like she made you an offer of some kind. Do you want
Who's
to talk
visiting?
about that, maybe?
How was getting Penny back? How was that? How'd that go? Penny, how was that? How was the house? How's
That was we're not
Penny's
changing
like,
the subject.
The house is depressed.
Oh. Well, fuck.
Let's try this again. And this time let's try not to avoid the
Will
topic.
the house will
'cause,
Rose Red be happier if we give her spare rib?
We could
She
do
did.
that.
She did mention that if we could bring spare rib, get spare rib to her, that would help.
Great, wonderful. Where is he?
And also
Where is he?
Tuck. If we could get the crystal formerly known as Tuck there, that would be also
Well,
a good idea.
so if we just find more crystals, can we just give them to Rose Red and she'll keep them safe?
Possibly. The problem therein is getting them there, because that's miles away.
Well, so they're gonna open up the laptop again because as soon as they saw Emrys, they closed it partially on the notebook, like a kid getting caught watching a movie they shouldn't in the middle of the night. Gently opens up the laptop. So I found out that based on that one apartment complex that basically got blown to pieces for somehow, there were police officers assigned to work that case, and then they just didn't, and they were pulled off of it. But according to the HunterNet, something happened in there, and then something was pulled out of there because there were drag marks. So I think my theory about the chrysalises being abducted might not be as much of a theory as it is a accurate thing possibly happening.
Well, we don't like that.
But it means that you can move them.
Yes, even though they're heavier
they're
than.
It's like 2,500, 3,000 pounds.
Something to that.
I mean, put it this way: it seems to be a crystal large enough to encase a human person.
Yeah, and it's just solid all the way through. I think is what we also figured out.
Yep.
Also, Bay and Emrys leans forward so that his head is just above the laptop screen. Don't think that we're not going to finish this conversation about what you and Holly discussed.
Listen, what I discussed with the mental mind palace AI of some dude who hates me is between me and her.
You do realize that he blames you for making his house sentient.
Oh, so he does hate me. I just theorized that he hated me.
Hate is not the word I would use. I would say he's very, very annoyed with you.
That's normal. Most people are annoyed by my presence until they meet me again.
Listen. I want to help. I want to be helpful. I'm here to help. And I want you to know that I'm here to help. But I can't help unless I know what's going on with you. And if I don't know what's going on with you, I can't be there to help and protect you from the things that might want to come get you because things are going on. So if you just tell me what's going on, I can help you. If it's something magical, I can help you. It's kind of my thing. It's the whole thing.
They just looks at Penny like, is he always like this?
I mean, yeah, but I'm his kid, so it's kind of different from. I mean, it's kind of nice to see someone else getting the treatment.
Fine. You see,
I love you too, Penny.
Penny smiles and says, "Yep, I know." And then she walks off to go get a drink.
They just sinks into their hands and just deflates completely and just like, fine. Holly offered to make me like you.
What do you mean, like me?
Holly would live inside the parts of my brain that humans don't normally use. And then give me magic. And we would sync together like fucking magical Bluetooth.
Holly has the ability to give you magic.
Because I don't have anything. Because I'm just a human. Because I'm not awakened.
Are you sure about that? The not having anything bit.
I am just allergic to magic, and that's about it.
Is there a way that I can magically look at Bay and see if there is in fact something happening?
It's one of the main powers that mages have. You need to make me a rectave roll.
I would just like to say that Pandora's like trying to find spare ribs so that she can immediately send him into the mountains.
So, do you call spare rib?
Yep.
He comes trotting up.
Hey, buddy, I've got
wagging his tail, his tongue's hanging out.
Yep.
Looking up at you adoringly. Total love, total trust.
I've got a game for you. You like games?
He does the whole puppy thing of going down on all two legs of the front.
You like games? Okay. Pandora goes over to the door and opens it and is like, you know where Rose Red is? Go get me a ball from Rose Red.
So he runs out the door, and before he even gets to the end of the sidewalk, he leaps into the air, and a giant red dragon is flying away from the store.
What?
I'm sorry.
What?
To use that lovely TikTok sound. What did you say? What did you say?
McFucking excuse me. Fair Red is a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been a dragon this whole time. A dragon dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pandora knew that.
Chimera. He is a chimera. They can kind of do that.
Yeah, well, now he's on a mission.
Emrys will quirk his eyebrow, will then level set an eyebrow at Utopia. Not Utopia.
Wrong game, buddy.
Pandora. Wrong game.
That's tomorrow.
Pandora.
That's tomorrow.
We'll level the eyebrow at Pandora.
And right as you hold up the finger and go to the point later, outside the dragon raises its wings, slams them down in one big huge downbeat. There is a gigantic crack like thunder, and the dragon goes from being flying gracefully to being this line that just disappears into the distance. And the windows on the house shake.
That sounds like we're
Utopia.
getting a storm or
Sorry,
something.
Pandora.
We should. Yep, that sure is a storm, right, guys? Yep. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure is Pandora.
Mhm.
Sure is one hell. It's a beast of a storm. It's
Emery's, where did you put the sending stone?
It's in my pocket.
Your pocket's getting hot.
I will pull
Like
the
seat
stone.
warmer hot or like
Seat warmer
like
hot.
okay, not like you picked up the coals in the grill hot. Okay.
No. Seat warmer
I
hot.
will slowly pull the stone out of my pocket, and I will connect with it magically. I guess.
When you pull it out of your pocket, you hear, you feel a connection trying to establish in your mind.
I will accept the connection.
It's like a polite knocking on you.
I will open the door and say, "Hi, Rose."
Then Spare Rib get as many balls as he could find.
I said a ball.
I did not.
I said
Pandora sent Spare Rib to get a ball.
Okay, well, Spare Rib apparently does not take things quite too literally and may expand upon them for his own benefit. He has about 300 tennis balls in his mouth, and he's on his way back to you.
Already?
Wow.
Okay.
Did you give him 300 tennis balls?
He what?
Wanted 300 tennis balls. He didn't say a number. He said he wanted as many tennis balls as he could carry, and so he had a couple in his hands, but every time he took off, he dropped them, so then he shoved a bunch in his mouth. I just made a giant vat of tennis balls.
Thank you for letting us know, Rose Red. And as I was like, the eyebrow gets higher as I stare.
I do believe he's
Pandora.
expecting some kind of reward when he gets back.
Pandora, you're getting him the reward. Don't care what,
what?
It is. A reward for bringing you the balls that you requested.
I thought it would take him longer to, fuck off into the mountains.
So
he turned into a dragon.
So
Pandora.
they're in. You guys are in where the dining room is, which is the front.
Also, for the record, out of character, Bay, you're welcome for distracting from your whole thing.
I was gonna ask, is there a way that Bay can sneak away during this?
You're welcome.
You may make me a dexterity and subterfuge stealth roll, whichever one you have, and but right before you do this, you're in the front corner of the house, right before the dining room is. In the back left corner is where the fireplace is. That goes through Emery's office and then down into what is the sitting room over there, which is actually where a bunch of bookshelves are and there's some sitting areas to read. You hear a bunch of commotion coming from that end of the house. That end of the shop, I should say.
Oh dear. If that is what I think it is, Pandora.
One lone tennis ball comes rolling into the dining room. It is covered. It is wet and covered in soot.
Oh my god.
Emrys just kind of looks at the both of them, takes a long, deep breath. And
sitting
waits.
on the front stoop in front of the front door, the glass front door for the shop, is Spare Rib, and he's sitting there, and his tongue is hanging out like he's just run a country mile, with the slobber dripping all off of it, and he has one tennis ball in his mouth. And he is sitting there, and he was just sitting there waiting patiently in front of the door outside.
Pandora. Pandora.
Yeah.
There's the dog.
Yep.
Pandora. There's the dog.
I wish there was. Well, no. I can.
Go tell him that he's a very good boy and mean it.
My God, why are they all wet? I don't understand. They came pouring out of the fireplace. I don't know what's going on. I mean,
And there it is.
they smell like dog spit. There's hundreds of them.
Pandora's gonna take the one that rolled all the way over to us and go outside.
Beggar Street.
Just gonna go up. Thanks for raining at this moment. I got a giant dragon dog to dump 400 tennis balls down our chimney like fucking Santa. I was trying to get rid of him, and this is what happened. So we're just gonna go outside. Give him some pets.
The moment you walk outside, he drops the tennis ball and goes into the puppy stance, and the tennis ball is between his feet, and he noses the tennis ball with his nose over to you.
Oh, sweet boy.
Oh my God. I'm gonna pick up the tennis ball.
It is slobbery wet.
Yep. Wave it a little.
His eyes track it.
I'm going to throw that shit as hard as I possibly can. And my strength is maxed out, so I will roll to see how many miles that shit goes. Because now I gotta clean up the fucking dog tennis ball slobber chimney.
So,
because it's my fault. I'll fix it. It's my fault.
Strength athletics.
Fuck.
And while Pandora's doing that, it's gonna turn right back to Bay.
Bay, I hope you escaped in all that time I gave you.
I made my roll. I don't know what the marker is.
It's a 6.
Okay. I got 2 successes, and that's it.
So, Sphinx, your TN is going to be different because Bay has had some time to try and slink away while you were disciplining Pandora.
Sure.
I need you to make me a wits perception roll. And, And I want you to make me a difficulty of 8.
Difficulty of 8. Okay.
It's a 10. It's only 1 success.
All right. So you turn around and go and the laptop is gone. The laptop case is gone. There is a cup and a 3/4 eaten bagel, and that's all that remains of Bay. Bay, where'd you go?
Bay went to go downstairs.
Okay.
And is now hiding behind Tom's desk.
His counter, where he sits at register.
Yep.
Are you literally sitting on the floor behind him?
Yep.
Tom's like, "What are you doing?"
I'm hiding.
Okay, but why here?
Because
he signs my paychecks.
I know he does. And if you betray me, I won't be mad. But I needed a little bit of a head start so he could cool down because Pandora did something, and I'm hoping that it'll be distracting enough so I can get my story straight.
Tom's like, okay, well.
Do you have siblings?
As long as
this is what siblings do.
I have siblings. And he says, but that's not the point. I'm just letting you know that where my loyalties lie, and they lie in my creature comforts and my casual relationship with my boss that keeps me out of trouble. So you are not part of any of that.
No, I'm just here until he comes downstairs, and when he comes downstairs, just stomp your foot twice, and I'll pop back up, and I'll fess up to ditching. But I want to have a whole ass conversation in the dining room.
And you just hear through from the stairs, if you think that is going to keep me from having this discussion with you, then you have another thing coming.
Tom just looks down at you.
You're in trouble with Dad. We're both in trouble with Dad.
I think this is a good time to take a 10-minute break.
Oh my God!
I don't know why Pandora didn't just tell Spare Rib to go guard Rose Red.
Because I didn't think he'd fucking teleport there.
He
Like-
didn't teleport. He flew. He could just fly really
Oh
fucking
yeah,
fast.
sorry. I didn't realize he'd go dragon in the middle of the street.
He
go
doesn't
fly,
know any better. He's a
like
dog.
break the sound barrier, summon 400 tennis balls, and then come back immediately.
You just go get a ball. Bring 300.
God.
He just likes balls. So he figured if she wants one, how much better it would be if he could bring all of them.
Spare Rib loves you.
Milagros absolutely adores this. Pandora's not having it right now.
And both of us are in trouble with fantasy.
Oh yeah, we're both in trouble with Dad.
All right, so we're gonna take about a 10-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta get more
my
drinks and
God.
stuff like that. We
My
will be back in
face
10
hurts.
minutes. Thank you so much for being here tonight. This has been wonderful. See you in a bit. have invested in pets now. Go, eat you.
Get her, get her, get her.
That's the rest of the stream will everyone cuddling pets while I get abandoned by my cats. I have 5 cats and I can't get one to come cuddle. Anyway,
they'll cuddle as soon as you
know.
decide you don't want them. They're gonna just be all over you.
Yeah, no, I can't get them to cuddle during the stream, but when I have a work meeting and I'm trying to be all professional. So anyway, back to the ongoing punishment of Bay.
The interrogation that's been postponed temporarily for all of 5
Bay's
seconds.
in trouble with Dad.
Bay's not the only one, Pandora.
How far did Pandora?
I didn't do nothing.
So how many successes did Pandora get in her roll?
6.
6?
So
So
tennis ball's going right back to Canada.
So like a phenomenal human success, like Olympic level throwing of the ball, would be somewhere around 4 to 5 successes. So with 6 successes, you're doing something that's absolutely phenomenal. So you know when baseball players get up to the base and they're known for hitting home runs and they crack the ball and you just see it from behind the plate version and the ball just goes up into the night sky and disappears and you can't really see it anymore as you know it's sailing out over the wall. Well, that's basically what you do. You just pull back and fire the ball.
Yep.
Spare Rib.
Team
watches...
Rocket blasting off again the ball.
Spare Rib watches you arm go back, watches the ball launch, and takes off running. When he goes to take off running, you see from his paws, those dragon claws extend and literally go into the yard, into the dirt, and he throws up huge clumps of the yard as he launches himself down the street. And he takes like 3 full galloping strides and he's already turning into the dragon. And he leaps up into the air. And in one bound, he's up as high as the roof of the Couch and Quill, which is like a 2-story plus house. And he leaps up in the air in one bound, and then just snaps his wings out. And there's once again that horrendous clap of thunder as he just like after the ball.
Closes his eyes again, kind of. Okay. I'm not gonna look. I'm just gonna go down the stairs.
Pandora, as you see it, you can see the figure of the dragon just streak off, and then suddenly it seems like it comes to a dead stop. But it's this tiny little thing, way off in distance. But then it turns and starts coming back at a much more leisurely pace.
Didn't throw it hard enough, bud.
So it basically caught up with the ball.
The only other thing I could have done was literally go Krenos to throw it, and that would just make things worse.
cars crashing in the street in front of the So, it coming back to the house, or to the Couch and Quill, you see that it kind of like, about half a block down, the dragon's been shrinking the entire time it's coming back. It kind of like drops into the street, and Spare Rib is trotting back with wearing the world's biggest doggy grin, very proud of themselves, and he's doing the little dog trot where his front legs are almost completely straight, and he's doing the little bouncy thing. Very heads up high, holding the ball in his mouth, triumphant.
I know that trot very well.
So as that's happening, Emery's, you're headed downstairs.
Yep.
So, Tom's like, if you couldn't guess, coming downstairs.
All right, and Bay just like pops back up, leisurely leaning on Tom's, like on the corner of Tom's desk.
Oh, I have books I have to put away. He grabs just random books that are on the counter, doesn't even know what they are, and he goes walking off.
Bye, Tom.
Hello, Bay.
Listen, I just didn't want to talk about like magic shit upstairs where there's like normal people who are gonna think we're fucking psychotic. It might be bad for business.
Why would you not just say, could we maybe talk about this downstairs instead of what you did?
Because I was raised in a cult and I'm afraid of confrontation with adults.
You do realize that you are an adult,
Only sometimes.
right?
I don't count the time that I spent in prison towards my age.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? We're gonna come back to the you being in prison thing. That's an entirely different discussion. Okay. Here's the deal. This is me. I'm not mad. I'm not upset.
And just
I'm a little annoyed. There is a thing that is happening with you that I think you may need some help with. And here is me wanting to help, and there is you running away.
Yeah.
Why?
Usually that's the best thing to do when supernatural shit gets too unnatural for someone who is very human, is you handle part of what you can do. Once it gets too out of your breath, then you fucking dip and find the next thing you can go work on. Like
that's a good rule of thumb when faced with situations where your life is being threatened by supernatural shit. But when someone is literally offering to help you with supernatural shit,
yeah,
that's not life-threatening at all.
that we know of.
That we know.
That we know of. Because, like, from what I heard, like, from helping the vampires, sometimes them being turned into one is, like, kind of life-threatening or unlife-threatening. So, and
yes,
like,
but I'm not going to turn you into a vampire.
I would hope not. That'd be weird. But, like,
I would have some questions for myself if that were the case.
Yeah. Like, I think it's more so the, we went into the Horizon realm.
Yeah.
I had something in my head going through my memories, like a fucking Rolodex. Reliving a lot of different emotions. And Ollie seemed to get really attached to me and wanted to come with me. Like I told you guys. But Holly wanted to integrate herself into the nooks and crannies of my brain that normal people don't use. Sync up like magical Bluetooth and possibly turn me into something like you and what's his nuts.
What's his nuts?
The dude who Holly lives with.
The professor, right.
Yeah. Who definitely hates me.
He does not hate you. He is annoyed by you. He does not hate you. He's wary of you because through not of your own choosing, your brain has seemingly made his Horizon Realm AI sentient. Now, I understand that that's not your fault. He might be a little in his feelings about it, but I'm sure that he will eventually come to understand that that was not your fault either. So, I'm pretty sure. I'm 75 to 85% sure that he does not hate you.
Okay.
Now,
I don't think it was like something special about me. I think it's just there's never been a normal person in a Horizon realm like his before. And so like I think if you probably stuck any kind of normal person into a Horizon realm with a mind clone AI, they all might gain sentience because they become kind of like people. It's just kind of like giving them a system update.
Well, this is also the first time that I've been in a Horizon realm that's been governed by any kind of AI. So I don't necessarily know how that would work. It might be a situation that's wholly unique to the professor's Horizon.
Oh.
And apparently his ex-wife.
Oh.
Because the Horizon realm AI was modeled off of her brain.
Do you think he's extra annoyed because his ex-wife that means his ex-wife likes me more than him?
You know, I didn't consider that.
Yeah.
That could be very much a thing.
Yeah.
Very much be a thing.
And remember what he said. This is literally a pretty much copy of his ex-wife's higher function. And
Yeah.
she, in her Horizon realm, has a copy of his.
Yeah, they seem to copy each other's brain functions to govern over each other's Horizon realms. So, I mean, listen, I don't have all of the answers, even though I am, as you lovingly call me, am a lizard wizard. I wish I had all the answers. I intend to get many more answers. But all I want specifically in this moment is to help and to see if what happened to you in the Horizon realm has either affected you or if there was something lingering in you the entire time that maybe has been brought a little closer to the surface.
Can I run like an insight check on that?
Give me a what manipulation, and what do you have on skills that's like subterfuge, lying?
I have
Social.
Okay. Actually, can I want Bay to insight check themselves. Can I use empathy or expression?
Ooh,
would that work?
Empathy would definitely.
Okay, empathy. And you said manipulation?
Yes.
What am I rolling for? Number.
You are going to be rolling for target number is a 7.
You're rolling to gaslight yourself.
Yes. 2 successes.
2 successes. I am assuming that Emery's was very sincere.
Yes.
Emery's was absolutely sincere.
Emery's is always sincere. It's more of a convey work past trust issues to see Emery's sincerity for what it is. Well, we've only known each other for like what, 4 or 5 days at this point?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
So I was going to say the biggest issue is that you do feel, and can discern that he seems to be really willing to help. And from what you see, the way he treats others around you, that it seems to be congruent with his normal behaviors, actions. He seems to be just one of those people, kind to others. So that's pretty much written on his sleeve, I guess you'd say. So what would Bay take with that knowledge? How would she take that?
That Emrys isn't like the douchebag from the Arcanum?
Yep.
because this is also someone who has influence and is in kind of a position of power in their own community, kind of like that guy was.
Yep.
But Everest is the polar fucking opposite. He's not a douchebag.
What I'm trying to get at is how scarring is the trauma? Is it going to cloud Bay's judgment at that point?
Kind of no, because obviously these people have no connection to hunters. They have no interest in the bullshit that Bay's done in the past. They seem fairly like receptive to like Bay's cause that they have openly talked about before. And Bay info dumped like 2 episodes ago, I think, all about the fact that like they've been through a lot and they were literally betrayed and like run up the river as a scapegoat before.
Yep.
And that's a pre-existing fear that Emerus and Pandora know of.
Pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like knowing that like these people didn't immediately shun them and ask them to leave, like, is kind of working in Emerus's favor in this moment.
I'd also just remind that the like new roommate sleepover thing, Bay did find out that Pandora was kicked out of her house for being gay, but not for being a werewolf. The werewolf part was fine. It was the gay part that was the problem. And so when Bay's like, oh yeah, I also had to like ditch everything and just kind of run, Pandora's just like, oh my god, same, bestie. Like, this sucks.
Right, because Bay and Pandora have already hit that point of like, okay, this is like family friendship at this point. Like, we are stuck together. We are now related in some kind of way. We are in the shit together. And now this is kind of the moment where Bay that's starting to click into place for Bay with Emerus is like, okay, this is also a safe person. I could probably lean on this person a little bit more than I have been.
And to add to that, Emerus will lean forward, will take one of Bay's hands in both of his, will look her dead in the windows of her soul, and will, with absolute sincerity, say, Bay, I swear to you upon my power, I only want to help.
Sir, you are engaged to somebody, and that is wildly attractive. You're not my type, but like, damn.
Hey, yo!
A text message comes on Emery's phone. I feel our relationship has been threatened.
Oh my god.
Emerus quickly is, nope, nothing to worry about, sweetheart. We're good.
Okay, so what are you wanting to do to try to figure out what the fuck happened between me and Holly? Is there like a MRI scan you can do?
MRI.
Kind of. It's a more of a magical MRI. It's an ability that I have as a mage that I can see basically what is up with you.
I was joking. Oh god, that's a thing, and I was joking. Oh fuck.
Tom's like one aisle of books over, and he's like been putting one book on the shelf and taking it back off the shelf, and then putting it back on the shelf and taking it back off the shelf, and he's absolutely eavesdropping.
It's like when your neighbors are fighting, and so you just like take whatever, you start like washing dishes outside, like
you start drowning your
You're washing the same dish,
so you can stay in front of the window and look outside.
My mom once swept our balcony for 25 minutes because our neighbors were fighting.
All right, fuck it. Magical MRI scan. I consent.
Okay. All right. I will. What do I need to do, Ray? The
best way to do this is to take her into the living quarters and use the circle that you have already in place, because the circle will lower any type of difficulties you have by 1. And then if you actually take time to make any necessary adjustments or changes to the outer circle to incorporate like Bay on it, then it could reduce the difficulties by another 1. And then, of course, if you use your foci and stuff like that, so you could really reduce the difficulties down to Jack inside your sanctum.
So yeah, I will come with me. And I will take her inside the sanctum. I will have her stand. Like, go ahead. The circle's completely safe. We'll just stand right in the center of it.
You notice there's a giant scorch mark at the center of the circle.
Fucking, that was where the
Perfectly safe. Stand in the burn mark.
That is a burn mark. Don't worry, that was just from an alligator vampire creature that ripped out Penny's brain and
Everything's wonderful.
Real quick, what time is it in game?
It is actually getting on to like about 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And you're about an hour and a half away from SeaTac.
Yeah. It's gonna just real quick. I need Pandora to possibly pick up my brother from the airport.
that's what I was hoping for.
Let me go take care of that real quick. And Bay's gonna bolt upstairs, find Pandora probably.
So you know the Shinji pose? Pandora's just on the stoop of the couching quill, just with a bunch of tennis balls because she's been taking them outside. She doesn't know what she's gonna do with them, but she's trying to clean up.
Bay just puts a hand on Pandora's shoulders. I need a favor. You can probably take the dog with you if you want.
Oh my god!
Take him on a RID. You can drive, right?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Here's my car keys. I just texted you a picture of Sunny. I need you to pick him up from the airport.
Oh.
Yeah, Emerson's gonna stick me in that scary ass circle that's got a scorch mark in it. So let's hope I don't blow up.
Oh no, it's fine. That was from ages ago, before the apocalypse thing. You're good.
Cool. Good luck with Sunny. Sunny's real nice. Yeah, have fun with that. Don't.
All right.
I trust you. With him.
Pandora's gonna give her a hug.
Yeah. All blessings from the sun god and his bullshit. Just pats Pandora on the cheeks. Flips off the sun real quick.
Great. Now I'm gonna go blind.
You go, great, now I'm gonna go blind. You turn around to go start walking to Bay's car, and reflection off the windshield hits right into your eyes.
Yep.
And you have giant patch of the blinding light from staring into the sun too long.
Oh my god.
Not tracked.
Yeah. Back downstairs to the circle.
When you rub your eyes and your vision clears, spare rib, even though the doors are closed.
Yeah,
the window's now down, and spare ribs in the back seat.
Okay.
With the weaponry.
I love this dog. I love this dog so much.
Okay. All right, buddy.
He's back downstairs.
And he's already stuck his head, not out any back window of the car.
Is he through the sunroof?
No. He stuck his head out the driver's side window. So that when you get in the car and he sticks his head out it again, his head's going to be laying over your shoulder as you drive. With his head out the window.
It's fine. If you make me crash the car, we're going to have fucking problems, buddy.
It's fine. It's a Cavalier. Those things fucking built like tanks back then in the 90s.
Yeah.
So you get in the car. He instantly sticks his head out the window again. Before the car's even moving, he's all in anticipation. His nose is already pointed up into the air.
Oh my god.
And then you go to start the car and he turns his head to you and he's like, fix the side of your face.
Don't! I need to drive!
I will say Bay's car smells like dragon blood incense, burnt basil,
okay,
dried bay leaves, and juicy couture perfume.
Juicy couture.
I love that.
And the steering wheel cover is pink leopard print.
Pink leopard.
I love Bay.
Do you have
so
one of those
fucking
beaded roller things in the driver's side?
Yes. That is from Sunny, that Sunny's wife made.
Nice.
Yeah. They will also send a text to Sunny, basically saying, it's like, I gotta get a magical MRI scan. So my friend is gonna come pick you up. You'll love her. She's fantastic. She's real hot.
There's a brick shit house coming to get you.
Pretty much. And sending a general description of Pandora, because Sunny's still on a plane and should probably have his phone in airplane mode.
Yeah.
You also say that they're coming in your car, so you should recognize that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coming in the hunk of junk.
Got it.
So yeah, Faye's going downstairs and gonna stand in the magical circle and brace to be exploded.
Pandora,
Yep.
as you are backing the car out of the parking space in front of the Couch and Quill, you start driving away. You see an exceptionally large black cat sitting by the hedge.
It was a gray cat and a black cat.
Pandora's going to pause in backing out and take a
Yes.
picture of that cat.
Looking right at you.
Open the car
Yeah,
door.
well,
Green.
click.
Green eyes,
God.
tail wrapped around the feet that imperious way, judging you. Cat stands about 2.5 feet tall.
That's a main
fucking.
thing.
No, it doesn't have the Mancoon features at all. It looks like a regular house cat,
Wonder if
just bigger
spare,
than hell.
wonder if Spare Rib knows how to fight. Sick him. Not actually gonna do that, but I'm gonna take a picture of it.
Okay.
And
Spare Rib jumps into the passenger seat and his nose
Oh
is
my
pressed up in the
God.
grass and he's whimpering and whining and looking at the cat.
oh no. I'm gonna send the picture to Emery's and be like, we've probably got another Bastet, and then start driving because I don't want to be late. Because we totally need another thing.
So, Emery's, you get a picture of the front of the house, the shrubbery and the bushes, and right at the edge of the hedge, there is a blur.
Man,
You know the thing the Predator used
Oh.
with the image? Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was thinking of Sombra, but okay.
In the daylight.
the Jeep. She doesn't show up at all. It's really funny.
You sent me a blur. Is that supposed to be the cat?
I cannot check my phone because I'm driving. And I've got a big fucking dog in the passenger seat that's probably already
No,
gonna
he's
make
in
me
the
press
back seat
car.
now looking out the back window and whining.
Oh, that is not good. Okay, I'd like a stoplight or stop sign if there's no like active traffic. I will check the phone and say, first check the picture and be like, WTF, that is a giant cat, and then say it's upsetting Spare Rib. He's crying.
Okay. ... Be careful. Make smart choices.
After the series of choices I've made.
And then sends an emoji of a face with the raised eyebrow.
Oh my god. Not gonna answer that one because still driving, but I do not like this cat situation. And it's not because they're cats. I'm fine with cats. It's just why is it so fucking big, bro? Like, suspicious.
So Bay is standing in the circle. Thinks,
And
or what's Emery's gonna do for the description?
so Emrys has taken the time at this point to, like, while Bay is talking to Pandora, he's grabbed his staff and his enchanted spectacles, and is going to prepare the outer circle to be receptive to Bay. And is going to, like, when Bay comes back, it's going to be, I don't need much, but just like a small strand of your hair would be great to make this a bit more harmonic to you, if you don't mind.
Bay's gonna pull out I think it's called a karambit, a hunting knife, basically. From basically somewhere on them, kind of pulls it out and
What's
pulls
that?
A strand, just a strand. I don't need you to cut off like a whole tuft of it. Just a strand. So one strand.
I was like, you asked for a piece of hair, she pulled a knife on you.
What's that you've got?
Where did you keep that?
Good question. And just flips it closed again, plucks a strand of hair and holds it out. And it's like brown at the root and blonde the rest of the way down.
Excellent. This is great. And is going to kind of inlay it into the outer circle. And then we'll begin casting the spell.
All right, so the original TN was going to be an 8. Circle gives you 1. The hair gives you 2. That's a actual piece of Bay. And the staff gives you another 1. So you have 4 off the team.
What about the glasses?
Oh, yeah, that's another 1.
Sweet.
3.
Difficulty of 3.
Difficulty of
This
3.
is why mages are dangerous when they have time to prepare. They make their difficulty nothing.
You could basically read Bay's DNA now.
Awesome.
Using my
All right,
family
this-
history.
Like this might feel a little weird. Shouldn't hurt though.
Shouldn't hurt.
And he's gonna cast a spell, start like talking in Celestial, and I'm guessing that's an Arite roll, right?
Yep.
Oop. Don't fall out of my hand before I have a chance to roll, you please. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
That's all of them. So what are you trying to examine? Bay, actually, this should be your decision. What is Bay's aura like? She's a human, so she, but she does have some supernatural abilities. And have some specialness to her aura.
While this is going on, Bay is hiccuping, and tasting pixie sticks and bomb pops while this is going on. And I feel like that within itself would probably present somehow in this spell because of the magic sensitivity. But they did briefly interact with Apollo before coming back inside by blessing Pandora. So I imagine there's probably like a little bit of that lingering. So I don't know how that would present in lingering.
Any way you want it to. It's going to be visuals.
Then I think it would present in the blonde strands and Bay's hair. They're a little bit brighter. Kind of like that.
They have luster and sheen to them.
Yeah, but also it's the heat that comes off of the sidewalk pavement.
Oh, yeah.
Like that visually is happening with like Bay's hair. And around their eyes, they seem to be a little bit brighter. Like there's a light reflect in them. The same way that would probably happen with Pandora in the windshield whenever the sun crests over them. And you get kind of that glare. So there's a glare on Bay's eyes. And those are the main things that I could probably think of them having interacted with Apollo. And then you'd also see that like Bay wears a lot of like jewelry, and a lot of it has like blessings, minor enchantments on it, just for like good luck and like don't die, and like positive energies put into them. And then they kind of have like more colors associated with nervousness, mixed in with like a hint of anxiety. But then, like, a little bit of a spreading openness about it, like kind of like a Rorschach is what I think Fae would start looking like in the different colors in their aura. So, but lots of like nature colors, lots of greens, lots of yellows, lots of like a little bit of brown.
I would honestly think that, your hair almost acts like a halo
Mm-hmm.
because of the way it surrounds your head and everything like that. So, the anxiety comes across as the colors in her aura are, as with all auras, they're constantly moving and shifting. But where a lot of auras, and you've seen this in other people that you've been able to read auras on, when they are feeling anxiety or tension or stress, their auras almost shimmer, shake, or vibrate. Because there's that whole insecurity and there's not a feeling of safety, so they're having that tremor in their aura as they're on alert.
Okay.
What else are you
And
looking for?
I will say that Bay's tattoos that they have on their head, where it's the bay leaves, the laurel wreath going all the way around. As they put their hair up, you start seeing that it goes literally all around their head and down the back of their neck, and then it's hidden by their shirt because it's connecting to something else. And that has a slight metallic reflect to it too, while you're looking at their aura.
And you see as the magic is taking effect, Emrys is like putting his hand around like in the air towards like the outer circle,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a magical circle that kind of appears almost like a dial,
Mm-hmm.
and he is kind of turning it about, and like the aura doesn't dissipate, like the nervousness, like the aura for nervousness doesn't dissipate, it does not calm, but it simply moves away from the body.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's turning the dial to move it out of the way so he can get a better look at you. And then he reaches into that dial, and there's another small like circle, and he kind of turns that dial to kind of accentuate some of the other colors. Just like he's looking at this kind of the way, because he's an Order of Hermes mage, like the way a scientist would. He's just kind of like really closely, like, okay, right. There's definitely some. Would he know that the light in her hair is from the blessing of a god?
Well, what I was gonna say is, Diamond, would it be permissible for the actual Laurel in your aura, when he starts further, more deeply examining it, would it be permissible for the Laurel to actually extend out and become an actual Laurel?
Bay only has one dot in Patron, which by the Hunter the Reckoning book, like the old one, it says that you have brief and limited contact with your deity. So I don't think Bay is aware of it. But
Gotcha.
me, as Diamond says, fuck yes.
Okay.
But Bay is not aware
So,
that anything connected with that.
As you are doing and trying to discern more and reach into her aura and her overall being, you see that the laurel wreath that's tattooed, almost like a 3D representation of it, comes out and like is now looking like one of the laurel wreaths that one of the Grecian nobles would wear around their head, the leader around their head, and above Bay's head there is a lyre floating, and it, that one, the lyre scene is very beautiful. It's an work of art, and it gives you a sense of peace and beauty. And then, and that seems to be directed down onto Bay. And then the lyre fades, and a black bow appears with a silver-tipped arrow. And the arrow is notched, and the bow is drawn back, and the arrow is pointed directly at you. And you feel and a very strong warning of that this one is spoken. Do not attempt it.
And as he's feeling that warning,
And then it fades as well.
Emerson Celestial will say, basically, I mean her no harm. I'm just curious. I will not change or alter anything. You have my word.
The boat is faded.
Okay. And he tries to take. He's not going to delve down too deep, as to be like intrusive or with the possibility of changing anything. But he wants to kind of get an idea if she is in fact magical.
She definitely has touches of abilities that are not. But for the most part, she herself is. As you delve into and you begin looking at her avatar is not awakened. It is still that duller color that mortals have on theirs because their avatars are just. But as you look at it, the edges, because you got so many successes, the edges of her avatar are. It looks like a small electric dances along the edges of her avatar. Like there is a point where she some kind of transcendence with just the lightest.
Sleeper has not yet awakened. Okay. And then he will kind of reverse the dials to put the auras and everything back. And then he will dispel the circle. And he will kind of lean on his staff and take off his glasses. And, well, first off, how did that feel? Do you feel okay?
Felt absolutely nothing.
I taste a lot of sugary sweets.
Yep.
Okay.
I feel fine.
Good.
I'm not exploded.
I'm not exploded.
Good. So a few things happened there. I saw a few things that are worthy of note. Tell me about the laurel leaves.
It's my name.
The laurel leaves are your name?
My name is Laurel. My name was Laurel at one point. But
Okay.
We talked about that, right? Like I switched my name out because my old name kind of is on criminal databases.
You told me that you switched your name out, but this is the first I'm hearing of your actual name.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Laurel Edmonds, but I go by Bay Esmond.
Fair enough.
Because
with me.
So yeah, but Laurel is like it's the name that I came with. My grandparents didn't name me that, but I had it. They tried to swap it out and name me Lauren, but it never stuck. So it's always been Laurel.
So what I saw was the laurel leaves kind of separated from you, as if they were their own kind of crown around your head, which was fascinating. Kind of metallic looking, shiny, very shiny.
I had the pretty witchy chick do the tattoo. I mean, she's like Tumblr witch, not like real witch. I don't think she's a real witch.
Sure. Head witchy.
Maybe. I didn't know that was a thing until like recently.
Sure, yeah. I also got an image of a lyre above your head.
That would probably be Apollo. And his dickery.
And then a bow with an arrow notched and pointing directly at me, kind of as a warning. I assured whoever that belonged to, and I have a theory about who that's for, assured them that I meant you no harm and that I meant you know that I was not going to do anything to alter you.
Mm-hmm.
I simply wanted to look. And then the bow and arrow faded.
Can I make an occult roll?
Sure.
What am I rolling? Occult and?
Come on, Bay, you're gay. I think the DC should
Intelligence
be
plus
like
occult.
5 because you're gay. You had to have had a Greek mythology phase. There's no way you didn't.
Canonically, they did have a Greek mythology phase. That's in their carriage. So you said occult and
Intelligence.
intelligence.
And difficulty is a 6.
All right, 6 to roll on that one. 2 successes.
That's enough because it's not an uncommon fact. Apollo has 2 primary symbols. The primary symbol he has is a lyre, which is a symbol of his love of music, his love of joy, his overall love and everything like that. But his other symbol is a bow. And the bow symbolizes distance. It symbolizes death, terror, and awe, which are all also in Apollo's name.
Yeah, they will just regurgitate that.
So it was if Apollo was showing symbols for you, that was showing that you were under Apollo's protection, and whoever was trying to invade your space was being threatened by a god.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I guess he kind of likes me sometimes. Even if he
Sounds
tries
like
to-
it as much. Even with as much shit as you talk about him, he still seems to like you enough to threaten me.
I mean, it's not even that I talk shit about him. It's more so that I playfully antagonize him because someone has to.
Almost like a sister.
Almost like a sister. And Emrys says that out loud.
No, probably not. More like a annoying employee.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what else Emrys saw. Anything else? Right. You do have an avatar, as most mages tend to, but your avatar is still asleep, so you haven't awakened to any power yet. But there is a bit of what looks like an electric field around it.
Okay.
So the sleeper hasn't awakened yet, but there is potential of awakening.
Is someone gonna like Winter Soldier my ass?
I don't think that's not how awakenings work, generally speaking. Or at least not in my experience. No one's gonna read out a set of like secret words, and you will suddenly become a completely different person. Now that doesn't happen. It's you're fine. All I'm saying is there is something there. It has not awakened in you yet, but it's possible that with the right push, it could. Now, I'm not going to do anything to push that because that would be in violation of the promise I just made to your god.
So what did Holly latch onto that made her Holly?
Possibly that. Possibly this potential for power.
Does she want to use me like a battery? Or a battering ram?
I think so.
Thanks. Make me an intelligence occult roll.
Intelligence occult. All right.
Oh no.
What's my TN?
Your TN is
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 willpower to succeed on those. And then I'm going to roll the... see. 2 successes on the dice. So 4 total.
so.
Ooh. Sorry, man.
Something occurs to you that if she has a lot of knowledge, she knows the supernatural doesn't have an awakened avatar. She accepts that the supernatural exists, but she doesn't have an awakened avatar. She can't stand in front of Pandora and Kree like you can and not suffer delirium. For most parts, she is but if she is on the cusp of having her avatar awakened, number one, it's very late in life, but that happens.
Yeah.
2, if it is not awakened, for the most part, Holly is an awakened avatar. If Holly could bind herself to someone who has a potential to awaken their avatar, instead of that person awakening their avatar, Holly could be that person.
Something occurs to me, Bay. Your connection to Holly. So Holly, in and of herself, is an awakened avatar. Your avatar is still slumbering. Holly makes that connection with you the way she wants to. Rather than awaken the avatar you already have, she would essentially be your awakened avatar. And while avatars usually tend to awaken earlier in a mage's life cycle, it's not unheard of for it to happen later on in life. You would essentially awaken to magic, and therein lies your potential for maginess.
So Holly would just like magically cannibalize the one that's already there to take its spot, or would I potentially have 2 of those things rocking around in my skull?
Would I know the answer to that?
Thank you for the raid Knights of the Silver.
Because
here's the thing: this is all theoretical for you, for Emery's, because I've heard of something similar like this happening, but it's usually when a supernatural creature bonds. It's something similar that happened to Rose's significant other, when the clay golem was created and was made flesh, and then the spirit, the changeling theming, was bonded to it.
Yeah.
Her avatar isn't awakened. If Holly was bonded to her and made into her avatar would, Bay's actual avatar would never awaken. But she would still have an avatar in Holly. Holly and Bay would be integrated, but the concepts of what an avatar is and what it needs from E mean that Holly would technically see this.
So yeah, it's all theoretical. Basically, and I explain all of that stuff, and basically, Holly would be your avatar, but also cease to exist because you would integrate.
So is Kilgara your avatar?
You hear a chuckle.
No, that's...
You hear a chuckle in your head.
and then Emrys kind of echoes the chuckle out loud. No, that's a completely different situation. I have my own avatar, and I am also host to Kilgara. Kilgara is a completely different kind of being altogether.
I am a cosmic.
He is a cosmic entity.
Who likes squishmallows and racking up credit card bills?
Everybody needs
Listen,
hobbies.
everybody has something. He is, in fact, still a dragon.
Okay. That's a lot to process.
Yeah, I imagine it is.
Does this make you feel better that you got to deduce what you needed to deduce with your magical MRI circle?
It's not so much about making me feel better. It's more or less about giving you a better idea of what you've got to work with.
I mean, yeah.
My feelings on this are insubstantial.
I mean, your feelings still
Again,
matter.
I just want to help.
But that's part of your feeling better. It's like you want to help. So you having an understanding, does this help you help me?
I think so.
Okay, then
It definitely answers some questions and poses some more. So it definitely has the brain working for sure.
Is it common for gods to like stake a claim over a person and like threaten other people?
I mean, if mythology is to be believed, yeah.
We need to stick Sunny in the circle. I'm really interested to seeing if the claim is stronger on me or Sunny. I have a competitive streak.
Now they have to compete. I fucking knew it. That is such sibling shit. Put him in. I want to see his rank.
Sunny would be amicable to that?
Probably.
Emrys.
Yeah.
Several very powerful magical items just crossed your threshold. A loud voice echoes through the building.
Here we fucking go.
Here we go.
Emrys Grant, you are ordered to report council immediately. Will not resist.
Did I do that?
You notice that there's other people downstairs. The few active hedges, for a fact, are looking around, but a couple of other people that you don't know that are probably just visiting the shop for the first time are frozen in place.
Resurrect.
Tom is moving around, and he says, I think that's good,
Yeah.
boss.
I don't think it is either.
And
Do I recognize the voice at all?
Huh?
Of course I do.
Is it?
It's her.
It's her.
Okay.
We're leaving it tonight. Come back next week for the one time after all this shit that Fedora leaves her friend to go help her friend. And the fucking cops show up.
And before Emrys goes upstairs, he'll look at Bay, text Pandora. I need to go and face whatever this is.
Right.
Should I
turn and go upstairs.
Should I tell Penny to text Tati?
Yes.
Cool. Bay's turning heel and going to Penny's room.
Okay. So you come upstairs, and as you come upstairs, everyone upstairs except for two people are frozen in I can't remember her name right now, but you see the leader of the warders standing there. She's in the full gray attire of her actual. She has her sword out. She's kind of like resting in a point down and free, and she's standing at just across the threshold of. You see that there is inside the dining area of the cafe, there is another warder with sword out. To the back of the shop, there's another warder out. And there is you see that there's actually one more warder outside on the lawn. And
Sylvia Bonasetti.
And she says, I am afraid that this time when there must be a...
Okay. May I ask that you take your men with pointy swords outside of my establishment? This is neutral ground. I will come willingly, but this is neutral territory. You branding swords in my establishment is kind of well, one, it's overkill, and two, it's in direct violation of that. Again, I will come willingly, but this is unnecessary.
The order for taken down by the manner of your arrest is also been decided by the council. And she holds out a very familiar pair of down by a
I recognize all of this. I will come quietly. I do, however, ask, and he will put down his staff, and he will put his hands up, that your men with swords please exit my establishment, or at the very least put their swords away, because this is neutral territory.
Because and she looks like she's not comfortable. And she says, I am afraid that status establishment has been. And she takes her sword that she's resting on between her feet, and she puts a point down on your threshold, and the sword goes into the ground, and she draws it across your threshold, and you feel your wards severed.
Okay. I will have many words for them.
She kind of like she puts when she does that, and you feel your wards dropping, she nods, and all the other warders sheath their swords, and she walks across to you, and she indicates.
I don't like having my hands behind my back. And he will like willingly like put his hands forward. It just makes me it's does not feel good. I will again come quietly. You will have no trouble from me. But he will extend his hands. Like,
She kind of leans forward, and she gets really close to your ear. Just have a way. Anything?
of course, I will.
Behind you.
Very well. And he complies.
The moment the manacles go on, you are completely cut off from your avatar.
Okay, Gilmar?
Wield no magic.
Am I completely cut off from my dragon?
Gilgara is there.
Nope. I will think to Gilgara, what in the actual hell is going on?
Antagonize. Worst comes to worst, I can manacle stick.
Okay, well, let's go along with this for now. And
Faye,
Hmm?
you're at Penny's door to Penny's room.
Uh-huh.
And as you go to like knock on the door, you hear a screech,
Mm-hmm.
and then some shouting.
Mm-hmm.
You still stay outside the door.
Yep. I'm opening the door
You open the door.
and yelling. Do I feel those wards break?
Yes, it is actually a large expression of magic.
Faye is going to bang on the door, feels the wards break, leans heavily into the door. So I feel like the only thing close enough to this is whenever that magical pulse went off when we were with the council.
Yep, it's not on that level, but it's definitely something along those lines.
Vision goes kind of fuzzy. Feel like becomes migraine level reaction because active magic is like sinus pressure and sneezing. So this is probably like migraine level at this point.
Yeah, you're seeing the flashes in front of your eyes and everything.
Mm-hmm. Having floaters and just banging out like, Penny, something's wrong. Oh fuck! And then just opens the door and
right as you open the door, right as you're reaching your hand out to open the door, there are 3 gunshots.
Mm-hmm.
2 bullet holes appear in the door above your head.
Oh fuck!
And as you're throwing open the door, you see that there's a man standing in front of Penny, wearing a gray uniform, with 2 gunshot wounds in the chest. And Penny is laying in her bed. She has a pistol out. And she is kind of like looking shocked, and she's looking at her hand, and there's smoke coming from the pistol itself, and she's like, I don't know what just happened.
Okay, cool. Bay's gonna reach behind their shirt into the back of their pants and pull out their Beretta 9mm and check that it's loaded. Double check that. You need to call Tati now. Emmerich just got arrested, and I think they're after you.
You see that there's a pair of silvered manacles laying on the ground next to the gentleman as he crumples to his knees.
Oh, we're not playing
this
game.
I thought it was going to be immune to bullets or some shit.
We're fuck. I hate to use this now, but you're important. Penny, switch phones with me, and is going to pre-dial 911. Put the phone, the Nokia, in Penny's hand, and take Penny's phone, which she should have Taki's contact information up for. Absolutely. And as soon as Penny grabs it, she presses call.
Penny winks out.
Holly, please fucking keep her safe. And Bay is calling Tati.
And as the phone starts ringing, man crumples the rest of the way to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And he's looking up at you. And he is grasping at something that's dangling from his neck.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls on a chain, a symbol on a chain. And as he's pulling on the symbol in the chain,
I want to use Bluster.
Okay.
I think that's the one I need. Oh, fuck. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to use. It's either Bluster or it's Demand. No, I used Demand on Pandora. That's what it was. So that might be the right one. But Bay is going to grab the charm that is on one of their necklaces. And it is the... What is it? It's the Tree of Life.
Mm-hmm.
Widely recognized symbol. And it's wire wrapped with beads on it. And they're going to pull that off and unlatch the magnetic hook that's on the back of it. And basically grab the man's face with it in the palm. And they're going to... Sorry, I'm scrolling, trying to find my ability sheet. Because I need my details.
It's plus mercy.
Because I think there's a certain phrasing I need for it, right?
You just need to utter a spoken phrase or spoken word. But
okay.
The spoken word actually doesn't matter. All that matters is your intent.
The intent, yeah.
I want this man to go unconscious. I want this man to go fucking unconscious because I am using my martyr abilities, and my gambler attribute, or no, my gambler archetype, which is taking a great risk, and then martyr is sacrificing yourself. So using demand, which is my mercy, and strength to any roll or action performed for that turn. But it's strength and athletics to pull a stunt, because martyrs by definition are willing to hurt themselves to save another's life or hurt an enemy. Their willingness to chase even Pyrrhic victory is reflected in demand. Your character is willing to exhaust themselves in a desperate bid to accomplish amazing deeds.
Got it.
So I'm going to use that one. And so I need mercy and strength. Add mercy to my strength roll, and it's strength and athletics to roll and perform a stunt. So I'm trying to knock this man out with that token by forcing his head into the ground.
All right. So before you roll,
Uh-huh.
why don't we save that for next week?
I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it! I fucking knew it!
This is what Bay's good at, though.
Yes,
So-
this is.
Strength and
Lagros,
athletics.
I love you.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! The one fucking time I
Almost
I
as
had
if
a
he was
bad
waiting for
feeling.
that.
I had a bad fucking feeling, and I knew it. This is
It's almost
bullshit.
like
Oh.
like he was waiting for that
Actually,
specifically.
I wasn't waiting for that specifically, but I was definitely willing to capitalize on it. Milagros, where can people
What?
find you on the mighty interwebs?
People can find me being goofy on the Starfield Monday nights and every other Saturday morning, and suffering Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights here with dinner and a game. My internet presence elsewhere is pretty sporadic. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on TikTok at FountainPenFem, trying to get my shit together. Might be moving again, so like stuff is up in the air. I'm fuming right now. I'm fuming. Might find me on Fridays on my own Twitch doing like body doubling stuff, encouraging other writers to do stuff, and plotting Ray's demise. Yeah, that's it.
I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
He's lucky I'm not going to be at Gen Con this year. I can't steal his kneecaps this time, but 2024.
Diamond, where can
Yes.
people find you on the mighty interwebs?
Hi there, my name's Madness Diamond, but since we're friends now, you can call me Diamond. I'm most places at Madness Diamond on social media, except for TikTok, where I'm at Madness Diamond 2.0. You can find me spreading my wholesome chaos on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and a couple other places if you check my Beacons link. And usually I'm here on Tuesdays playing Bay, the Martyr Hunter, who is putting that martyr creed to use, because fuck. I can't believe I used my one get out of jail free card for petty, but it's appropriate because someone tried to shoot her, or tried to manacle her, because Bay doesn't like police, Bay doesn't like the cops.
What's worse is apparently somehow Penny killed someone.
Yeah, I mean, this guy's not dead yet. Bay's gonna be the one who kills him, so I can be off of her conscience. And then, so I'm here on Tuesdays, and on Wednesdays, I am usually over on Jam Katsune's channel playing Hyacinth Leavenwood's The Deadly Courtesan, who puts the deadly in Deadly Courtesan. And that is usually most of the time at 8 p.m. on Central Standard Time on Jam Katsune on twitch.tv. But our entirety of season 1 is also on JM's YouTube channel. So if you want to catch up and see what the fuck deck in Moogle has been up to and how we all came together, that's a great way to start. And I think that's about all that I have show-wise. Chronicle 3 for Twin Cities at Night, even though I'm not in it, you should still watch it over on Bigger Street on Mondays, because it's a good time. Star Shard Stories is the storyteller for that run of it, and apparently they have already made people cry.
Yeah, I saw I
Yeah.
saw his posts on Twitter.
Yep. And that's where you can find me.
And Sphinx, where can people find you?
Hello, I'm Sphinx Akasha, aka Circle DM on TikTok. You can find me on all the other social media as Sphinx Akasha. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, right here with Dinner in the Game, playing Emerald Sanctums and Kingdoms of Mist. On every other Friday, you can find me with the Alex Bomb channel playing Initiatives and Intrigue. On the opposing Fridays, you can find me with the 88 Adventures crew, where I run my campaign, Agents of the Circle, homebrew Eberron campaign. The agents are in the first level of the catacombs underneath the Temple of the 36 Chambers. They have just faced an Iron Golem, and they have also just met Badru, the Bard/Cleric. So tune in for that. We're in our final season, and shit's about to get wild. On Saturdays, you can find me with ADH Adventures, also swapping back and forth between Heroes Arc, which is what's happening this week, where I play Raziel the Necromancer, and Unlicensed Magic War Crimes, where I play Zan, the former BBEG turned Paladin Sorcerer. And on Sundays, you can find me with ADH Adventures, of course, playing The Tale That Never Was, where I play Io, Neota, and his quarry Sidra. And Io is pretty much my answer to what if Howl from Howl's Moving Castle was a Kalishtar and Calcifer was his quarry. You can also find me this year at Gen Con, where I will be running I'll be running a one-shot using glitter hearts. It's called The Lover, the Dreamer, and the Thieves. It's basically a heist in the realm of dreams. If you like Persona 5, you will love what I'm going to do there. So tickets for that are on sale. Check out all the things that ADH Adventures are doing in the catalog, and come check us all out. It's going to be a good time. But Emerus has been arrested. This is going about the way I expected it to go.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll fix it. It's fine.
Milagros, what are you destroying?
It's fine. We'll fix it. We got Penny out of Dodge. Penny's safe.
Yeah, Penny's safe. And that's all Emerus really cares about, that Penny is okay.
Yep.
Penny's now in her Mentor's Horizon realm with Holly, so...
That's going to be a fun time.
Yeah,
that's going to be swell.
This might further endear Emerus to Bay, because Bay used their one get-out-of-jail-free card and Penny immediately.
Oh my goodness.
Yeeted Penny away. I love it.
And if Milagros does not fly to Texas and kill me, you can find Dinner and a Game's information on their link tree, which is here, which may have memoriam for myself.
I already spend every Wednesday getting my shit rocked.
Why is this getting your shit rocked?
Friends are in danger. Pandora's
Yeah,
whole thing from the beginning was, I'm not gonna bond with people because something's gonna happen to them. And she was like, okay, I'm gonna bond with people now. And Bay is her new person. And you motherfucker.
Okay, but here's the plus side. You're going to have Sunny, who is basically Bay's chaotic brother, who is also a follower and a devotee of Apollo. You also have a car full of weapons.
Yeah, we have a car full of weapons, a dragon dog, a pissed off tank werewolf, and I don't know, a twink. They're going to die.
A twink.
They're going to die. We're going to drive straight through a wall.
I mean, Sunny's also like a trans man, and that's just an unadulterated kind of rage.
Oh, 100%. This is single-handedly going to turn Sunny and Pandora into the other, because obviously Sunny and Bay already have this going on. But the MLM Woollawah solidarity, because I'm assuming Sunny's bi. Like, I know he has a wife, but I'm assuming he's bi, because like he's got to be bi. This is Apollo, you know.
He also has a kid on the way, so.
Aw, it's time for us to commit homicide.
Did you see the text message?
I did see the text message. Yeah. Sunny's wife texted Bay to keep Sunny safe because their little cloud needs their dad.
Well, just remember that he has the deadliest bastard in the group right behind him, and possibly Spare Ribs gotta be able to fight. I mean, come on.
There's a chimera, so you know.
Spare
He
Ribs
can
a dog
transform into a
dragon.
dragon.
He's
Yeah.
a dog
I'm
dragon.
hoping so.
Pandora will promise him every dog treat in the nearest Petco if he just starts killing stuff.
I will say, depending on if Tati answered the phone, he's gonna hear they possibly killed this man.
Ooh.
We have a small show to do next week, ladies and gentlemen. So, in the meantime, it has been amazing. It has been wonderful. Milagros is eating her microphone.
I was nice enough to mute it too, because I just screamed.
Oh my god.
Now's a great time if Paul's got anything open. You fucking
Really, like,
lovely.
hey, don't hurt her. Oh, what? I hope someone gets smited, whatever
Smoten?
the fuck.
Smoten?
Whatever the fucking verb is.
Get into a fucking burn stain.
Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining Dinner and a Game tonight. We hope you guys had a good time. We know we did, except for Milagros. Who just whacked her camera off her desk. We're gonna raid ADH Adventures because we love them, and we're gonna take this chaos over there. Everyone, please have a good night. Remember, keep yourself safe. Social distance where you can. Wear a mask when you can. If you're going to Gen Con, I'm gonna be wearing a mask there, so because it's safer. Even though they're not requiring them, please do what you can to keep yourself safe. Because at Dinner Game, we always save you a seat at the table. I want you to be back and join every game you can. Thank you so much for sticking around, and let's go enjoy some ADH Adventures now, as you guys will learn what type of chaos they offer, and as we tell them that we love them for providing us content. Everyone, please have a good night. I love you guys. Bye. And we are rating.
Oh, if it helps anybody, I've got 5 dice I can roll on that, and I've got 4 points of conviction I can sacrifice. Granted, every point of conviction I put in, I have to take a level of bashing damage.